Hey everyone, welcome back to the Alex Estrada podcast. It's so great to be back doing the podcast that I love, where I talk about all the things that I love: baseball, the show Big Brother, anime, TV, movies, music, professional wrestling, and all the other things that I love. There's Uncle Doug Sherman, friend of the family, friend of my dad's. My dad Ed. My mom will be here shortly, but here we are tonight. We're gonna talk about Game 5 of the 1980 NLCS between the Phillies and the Astros at the Astrodome in Houston.
Alex, you're going to need to lower the volume. There you go. Doug, can you hear us all right?
Yeah, once you jump down, I begin the big echo that I think you were hearing.
Still good?
I guess.
Yeah, that's much better.
But you're still getting a little bit of a feedback, right?
Yeah, echo. Anyways, we're talking about the topic will be Game 5 of the 1980 NLCS between the Phillies and the Astros. One of the greatest games of all time that capped off one of the closest, most grueling, and most exciting playoff series in history. 4 of the 5 games went into extra innings, controversies, protests, arguments, all kinds of comebacks, you name it. Not to mention the great players in this game. Pete Rose, Joe Morgan, Nolan Ryan, Mike Schmidt. That's a pretty nice cast, don't you think?
Unless you're a Reds broken up and went to Philly.
I'm sorry, what was that?
If you're a Reds fan and the Big Red team have been broken up and they're all with the Phillies now, Tony Perez, then it's not so happy.
Yeah, he was with the Phillies when they won the pennant in '83.
Yes.
That's right. So, well, now ever since I started doing this podcast in early December 2025, 4 of the 6 podcasts have been winner-take-all games. The first one was about Bill Mazeroski's homer against the Yankees in Game 7 of the 1960 World Series. Chris Chambliss's homer that won the pennant for the Yankees in Game 5 of the 76 ALCS over the Royals. The Yankees beating the Royals for the second year in a row in Game 5 of the 77 ALCS. Bucky Dent's homer that ended up helping the Yankees win the AL East over the Red Sox in a one-game playoff in 78. And now this. But trust me, there'll be plenty more winner-take-all games on this podcast. But for right now, this is the third podcast we'll be talking about a game where the pennant is on the line. So, now let's take a look at the background for both teams. First, the Phillies. They finished 4th the previous year, but before that, they lost the LCS 3 years in a row. They lost to the Reds in 76, they lost to the Dodgers in 77, and again in 78, and here they are in 1980. This is really getting old for them. But more than that, if they don't win this year, they're going to have to break up the ball club. The Astros couldn't have been any more opposite. Their first ever trip to the playoffs, and the Astrodome really gave them an advantage. In 1980, they were 55-26 at home and gave up only 22 home runs at home all year. Imagine that. Now, their final series was against the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. They went into that series with a 3-game lead. The Dodgers swept them to force a 1-game playoff at Dodger Stadium the very next day. Behind Joe Niekro, the Astros won 7-1 to win the NL West after being on the brink for 2 weeks. Now, I have to mention this. One of the Astros' best pitchers, J.R. Richard, was forced to retire due to suffering a stroke earlier in the year. He was one of the most feared strikeout pitchers in baseball during his time. I mean, if Richard doesn't have the stroke, he might have set all kinds of pitching records. I looked it up, and it's projected that he might have won 265 games. He might have been a member of the 3,000 strikeout club, maybe even 4,000. He might have pitched 3,600 innings. His career ERA most likely might have been under 3. He clearly would have been in the Hall of Fame a long time ago. I mean, he was such a dominating right-hander. Two of the Phillies' best hitters, Mike Schmidt and Greg Luzinski, hated facing J.R. Richard. And I think we can all see why. I mean, the Phillies would have had to face Richard, Ryan, and Joe Niekro. Imagine that. So losing Richard was a big loss for the Astros, but it was a big advantage for the Phillies. So here's how we got to Game 5. Game 1, Steve Carlton starts for the Phillies. Greg Luzinski hits what proves to be the only home run of the entire series to help the Phillies win 4-1. That was the only normal game of this series. So at first, this series started out peaceful. In Game 2, the Astros come back to win 7-4 in 10. In Game 3, Joe Niekro pitches 10 shutout innings, and the Astros eventually win in 11 innings, 1-0, to go up 2-1. A starting pitcher pitching 10 innings, never these days. In Game 4, the Phillies start Steve Carlton again. The Phillies are down 2-0 after 7. The Phillies score 3 to take the lead. The Astros tie it in the 9th. Third time in 4 games, there are extra innings. The Phillies eventually win it 5-3 to force a deciding 5th game. But Game 4 also had one of the strangest plays ever. Here's what happened. Now listen carefully because I'm only going to explain it once. In the top of the 4th, with runners on first and second with no one out, after back-to-back singles by Baker McBride and Manny Trio, Gary Maddox hit a liner back to the mound where the pitcher Vern Rule reached down and appeared to catch it. It's inconclusive. The plate umpire Doug Harvey didn't make a call because Gary Maddox blocked his view. Ruley then threw to first either to double off Manny Trio or retire Maddox. Harvey asked for a ruling from the first base umpire Bob Engel. Engel ruled a catch, meaning Maddox was out and Trio was doubled off. With Babe McBride at third base, first baseman Art Howe ran down and touched second for a triple play. The Phillies protested, but the call was upheld. However, Big McBride was allowed to go back to second as Doug Harvey ruled that his hesitation and conferring with Engel caused McBride to run to third. Astros manager Bill Verdon protested the decision, but to no avail. The umpires then consulted with National League President Chub Feeney, who agreed with the ruling. The Phillies then resumed their heated argument, and both teams played the game under protest, neither of which were upheld. This was a 20-minute delay. 20 minutes. Now, I'm going to show the intro to Game 5. With Game 4 still the main talking point.
Can you hear that okay, Doug?
No, I'm not seeing or hearing anything.
Are you sharing?
I swear I am.
Well, Uncle Doug's not getting it, so...
Well, let's try again.
Were you hearing it, Ed?
Only from in here. Can you still hear it or no?
No, I'm not hearing it.
And you're not sharing it, Alex. Somehow it's not going out.
Okay.
So you connected incorrectly somewhere.
Maybe I'm screwing something up. I don't know.
I don't get it.
Let me go on.
Let's try again. Now,
Ed, were you hearing it through your device?
No. I only see you, Alex. Is that correct, Doug? Is that all you see, just Alex?
All I see, it just came up, it says watch stream.
The Eastern champion Philadelphia Phillies and the Western champion. Oh, so hit that watch stream, Doug. Go ahead, Alex. Let it keep playing.
Okay.
And then Doug, hit watch stream.
Gotcha. Now I've got Alex's screen.
Okay.
Now I see it.
All right, Alex.
ABC Sports.
You got that, Doug, now?
Yeah.
1980. National League Championship Series. The Eastern champion Philadelphia Phillies and the Western champion Houston Astros. Unusual, uncommon, unprecedented, unbelievable,
Say hi to
incredible,
Randy.
astonishing.
He's watching on
This
Facebook.
was game 4. Arguments, protests, conferences, change decisions, and just plain old mistakes. All marked game 4. An admitted gamble by Pete Rose led Philadelphia to a life-giving 5-3 win. Now one game for the National League pennant.
That was a nice intro, don't you think?
Yeah, and I got a kick out of the fact that they said Rose Gamble.
Yeah. Well, Pete was out by like 10 feet. But luckily, Bochy mishandled the...
But Uncle Doug is talking about the fact that gambling in Pete Rose's...
Oh, I get it now. Yeah. Yeah, I get it now. So... Okay, now... Now I'm going to show you the starting lineups. I just realized I forgot, where the points are. I'll be right back. I'll go get it.
Hey, sure.
Hey, man.
Actually,
Two
Doug,
things I was thinking of. One
Actually,
was
Doug,
JR
I'm talking about a different Sherman. A friend of mine's last name is also Sherman, Dave.
Oh,
Okay, now.
And he's watching on Facebook Live.
okay.
Dave Sherman says, hi, Alex.
Hi.
Looking forward to this.
Okay, now, so... These are the starting lineups that they put up. Pete Rose leads off, then Big McBride, then Mike Schmidt, who wound up 5 for 24 with six strikeouts in this series. Hi, Mom. Pete Rose leads off, then Big McBride, Mike Schmidt, who wound up 5 for 24 with 6 strikeouts in this series. That's a 208 average. Greg Lazinski hit... Yeah. Greg Lazinski hitting cleanup. Trio, who was never better offensively and defensively than in this series. Gary Maddox, one of the best defensive center fielders of his time with 8 Gold Gloves in a row. Larry Boa at short. Bob Boone behind the plate, and Marty Bystrom on the mound. Now that's a great lineup. I mean, the Phillies offense led the league in at-bats, slugging percentage, and total bases. Second in runs scored, hits, doubles, RBIs, batting average, on-base percentage, and OPS. Third in triples and home runs. Just a lot of thump in that lineup. Their hitting, fielding, pitching, power, speed, and experience were all great. The Phillies knew they were good. They came up short 3 years in a row. So they knew this series was a must-win. So here's the Astros starting lineup. Terry Poole leading off, then Enos Cabell, then Joe Morgan. Jose Cruz hitting cleanup, Denny Walling, Art Howe, Luis Pujols, Craig Reynolds at short, and Nolan Ryan on the mound. Here's the pitching matchup. Now, if you look at this pitching matchup, it definitely looks like a mismatch. Marty Bystrom versus Nolan Ryan. It's David and Goliath, but there's something very interesting about Marty Bystrom. As you can see, all he won all 5 of his starts after being called up in September. One of the most inexperienced pitchers to start a postseason game. But the Phillies had a tough division race that year, and it's likely they don't win without him. Dallas Green could have gone with Dick Ruthven, who had opposed Nolan Ryan in Game 2. Dick Ruthven was a veteran pitcher who in 1980 went 17-10. But because Marty Bystrom was on a roll, Dallas went with him. According to Larry Bowa, Dallas Green wasn't afraid to use youngsters. When the Phillies were fighting for that division, he called up some rookies, including Marty Bystrom, to wake up the veterans. So Dallas decided to reward Marty's contributions by starting him in Game 5. Hang on, I need to close that door. Okay, now. Nolan Ryan. Man, where do I begin? I mean, 7 no-hitters. No other pitcher has thrown more than 4. 5,714 strikeouts. No other pitcher has thrown more than 5,000. 8-time All-Star. Led the league in strikeouts 11 times. ERA twice. More than a third of his starts were on 3 days rest or fewer. I could go on forever talking about Nolan Ryan. Unfortunately, we don't have all night. So, are we ready to watch Game 5 of the 1980 NLCS between the Phillies and the Astros at the Astrodome in Houston?
Yep.
Okay. Calling the game is Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell, and Don Drysdale. Just let me get to...
Hey, Doug, where did Keith Jackson go to school? Yeah, because he was a great broadcaster. But he had that southern drawl to him.
Down south, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Now. I'm seeing oh yeah, I remember now. Little
Technical difficulties.
Okay, here we go.
For the Bills, Pete Rose leading off. Then comes Mick McBride. After the Baker, Mike Schmidt, who is yet to produce the way they expected. The ball is back in.
So future reference, Alex, on your future podcast, there's no
Right.
need to do like, this is where we talk about cutting time. You already went through the starting lineups.
Yeah. I know. Okay, now. I apologize for the delay. We got this now. Here we go. Yeah, Pete Rose.
For the Bills, Pete Rose leading off. Then comes Mick McBride. After the Baker, Mike Schmidt, who is yet to produce the way they expected. The ball is back in the lineup tonight. Greg Luzinski.
The
Manny
ball.
Trio after the ball. And then comes Gary Maddox.
Hi,
a
Luz.
solid player. Larry Bowa, another
Watching on
solid
Facebook.
player. And Bob Boone,
The
who's
inside
been
of the doll, I
struggling. And
think, is
finally,
really good.
the
It's
youngster, Marty Bystrom.
by itself. I love the bottom stuff, but the skull isn't interacting with that at all. It's very separate sauce.
Well, who's here? Who's here?
Hey, Alec. Can you hear me, Alec?
Yeah,
who's
who
that?
is it?
It's Dave Sherman.
Hey, Dave.
Oh, hi.
All right. So now we actually have 2 Shermans on. We have a Doug Sherman and a Dave Sherman.
There you go.
So
I
we
have
call
my camera on though. Why not?
we call Doug Uncle Doug.
You're looking down into the Houston Astro dugout as they prepare to take the field, and the crowd has come chanting tonight.
No listening to
The Astrodome is
Haley.
virtual rafters. It was a building that was used for two major sports conferences yesterday, but they've got it.
So one of the loudest,
The crowd comes to its feet.
one of the loudest stadiums in the National
I'm
League.
hanging in there.
Just cream.
So one of the loudest stadiums in the National League.
It's cool.
All right, we will now take a look at the Houston defensive alignment tonight. Art Howe.
We'll fucking
The
kill them.
starting lineup, he will be at first base. The veteran Joe Morgan at second base.
It's a cool take.
The shortstop
My vote,
is Chris
tattoo of
Wells
the day.
in the lineup
Right.
again tonight.
My vote is for Frank.
And over at third base, that is Enos Cabell. As we
The
move to
judges have
outfield,
decided
in left
the
field,
best tattoo of the
City
day
Cruz.
goes to
Is that
Frank.
you in the background?
In center field, Terry Poole.
Oh, Dave, can you mute on your end? Only because we're getting feedback on the background noise.
Danny Wally.
One of you will be
Behind the
happy.
plate doing the catching, and yes, he is okay for this fifth game. Louis Poole. And on the mound, the veteran right-hander Nolan Ryan, a record of 11 wins and 10 losses, 1-2 against Philadelphia this year, and on the year a 3.35 earned run average. Pete Rose ready to lead off. Earlier I asked him, do you figure yesterday's win?
Hey, Doug, do you know what's the longest Nolan Ryan threw a no-hitter during a playoff game?
And, we got a fine pitcher pitching tonight, and they got a Hall of Fame pitcher, Nolan Ryan, and we got
I think
well,
he did.
trying to score first. I think the team who scores first is going to definitely be
I
the
think-
driver's seat tonight.
Don Larson and Roy Halladay
Are the only ones.
postseason no-hitter guy.
I was just wondering how long he took one in a game in the playoffs.
Oh, that I don't know.
And it's a typical
Larson is the only World Series one, right?
Yeah.
Larson is the only World Series one, yes.
Troublesome for so many people for so many years in this game of baseball.
Now, was this series the first playoff series in the Astrodome ever?
It sure was.
Pitch a big game in his career. All one. Whichever team scores first will win it. Beats.
And I went to the Astrodome 3 years earlier than this and saw the Reds play the Astros. I still got my memorabilia that I got that day.
That's awesome. How was it in there for baseball?
It was amazing. It was the eighth wonder of the world. We got to take a tour, and the idea of being in that building at that time just blew my mind.
I never went before they blew her up.
Well, they didn't blow her up. She still exists.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. They did not implode her. They do rodeos and stuff.
Yeah. It's right next to Reliance Stadium, the football stadium.
It's like a storage facility now, isn't it?
Now they do rodeos.
They're the championship series for Pete Rose.
The last I knew, when I was there in 2016 for the Final Four, it was just sitting dormant,
Yep.
and it's half the size of the current NFL stadium right next door.
Correct.
I think the big thing that's going to be the key to Nolan
But in the
Ryan,
70s,
Nolan,
this
as
was-
he always has to
boom,
do,
blows
he
your
must
mind
check
how
his
big it is.
mechanics. He must make sure he is not too keyed up and tries to overthrow the ball.
I
He
saw
must
Joe
stay
Morgan
within
get picked
himself.
off first base twice in that game.
3-1 to
He
Rose.
got thrown out.
Oh my God! Was this the end of his career, or was that with
See
the
Pete
Giants?
nod his head.
Morgan.
Good pitch.
Yeah. He went on to play with the Giants 2 years later, which
Sure Ed Barton
what
and all the
I think is
others
gonna be one of the games we're gonna talk about
positive approach or reaction that they can
later at a later date. Watch this.
How come you always pick the year? Ooh, that's not a strike.
Yeah, but did you see the stats that Rose had against Ryan just
Yeah.
now?
Inside corner to the right-handers who will have a tendency
No way that was a strike.
tail
Show
and
the
single
replay.
away. Rose really not too happy with that call. Yet he wasn't arguing. He wound up nodding.
It might have caught it might have caught the front slice.
I'd be catching my helmet for the ABS sound.
What do you think, Doug? I think it could have caught the front slice.
Yeah, it was a pitch he could
Yeah.
do nothing.
In 1980, that's definitely a strike.
Tailing
Yeah.
down when he keeps it down. Fake.
The main reason why I showed you guys that is because, they were talking about that in MLB's 20 Greatest Games, and Larry Bowa said, and was wondering it with Bob Costas, that if Ed Vargo was going to give Nolan Ryan that pitch, then the Phillies are in for a long night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Ryan got the next two hitters, so we're gonna move ahead to the bottom of the first with Maury Bystrom on the mound, and Terry Poole will lead off. Once I get this ready, I'll be ready to show it to you.
I don't think she's on there.
Monty Bystrom, 5-0, was in the minor leagues as recently as August. Brought up and has pitched very well.
Did you think it was hot, Lisa, that the guys back then burned their hair?
The rule is that you can make a player
They
eligible
burn their
who
hair.
is in your farm system.
Perm.
If in
Put
fact
permanent in. He's
Oh,
got a perm.
did they? Yeah, well, 1980, the perm was coming in. Everybody had a
The
fro.
player injured in this
I
question
know.
is
My
Espinosa.
God.
The facts were the only thing.
Well,
that was
lucky for me, I
important was
I
whether
never had
Espinosa
to have a perm.
actually injured.
It's all
injured.
natural,
We
baby.
did have
So the
Exactly.
Phillies went down in order in the top of the first.
Yes, they did.
And Espinosa. We were all satisfied that Espinosa was in fact unable to pitch, and therefore Bystrom, who had been in their farm system on August 31st, was made eligible.
Right, some comments
Oh, was there
from
some
actually
kind of,
President Chuck Feeney.
Gripe that maybe Bystrom was not eligible?
The Houston Astros
Yeah, but Nino Espinosa was hurt, so Marty Bystrom was able to take his place.
But they wanted to verify that Espinosa was actually hurt or something?
Yes. Yes.
How funny is that? Back in the day, they used to fake injuries to get their guys to pitch for.
Luzinski back in there along with Maddox and McBride and a battery of Boone and Marty Bystrom. A fine.
Baboom!
He had a 5-0 record with a 1.5.
Look at Terry Poole. I swear to God, I mean, he could have been the MVP of this series. 10 for 19, that's a 526 average. On the Astros all-time list, he currently ranks 10th in total bases, doubles, and runs created, 9th in at-bats and runs scored, 8th in hits, 7th in singles, 6th in games played and stolen bases, and 4th in triples.
He was a pain in the neck. He just hit against the Mets, I'll tell you that.
Slides up the bat panel, takes it away.
He was the same pitch that Roscoe.
Told
Yeah.
Drysdale in an earlier interview that he stayed with Ron Reed game number 2 because of
Nolan Ryan gets that call. Marty Bystrom doesn't.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's a big difference.
Ironic.
A little bit of an edge, Howard, because these Houston Astros have not seen Marty Bystrom.
By the way, Mom, you've had a perm for years.
Terry Poole out of Belleville,
Perm for-
Saskatchewan. In his 5 victories, he beat the Cubs, the Mets, and the Cardinals.
Terry Poole.
There's a strike. He was a red-hot pitcher in September.
Hey, Alex, how come you always pick the years where the Mets were like the
championship
worst?
series.
1980.
May not be quite the same.
We'll get to 86, Mom, I promise.
We're talking about Steve Henderson.
Oh, I see.
He really is. That's his 7th hit of the series, and interestingly,
I couldn't even tell you who was on the team in
of the
1980.
previous 6, 5 were pulled sharply to right. And we developed for you yesterday the way he built up his strength.
You know the Astros scored first in every single game in this series.
And then getting around on the pitch and learning.
They sure did.
Even though the Dallas Green has elected to start Bystrom, and he knows that he's the most inexperienced pitcher to go in any of these series, you know he's going to be keeping a very close eye on him. There's no tomorrow for either one of these two clubs. They will go with their entire staff. If you look at Dallas Green,
I love Enos Cabell.
Yeah.
Moving to the on-deck circle.
Was he
Well, if he has to go,
Hispanic Latino, Edwin?
What?
Enos Cabell, is he Latino?
I don't think
He
so.
is. Yeah, he was Spanish, but I don't know what.
One of the big
I don't, and for some reason I recall he didn't
this
speak
is
English
what
very well.
Marty Bystrom has worked on quite a bit. He's had a lot of
He was one of the guys in Bad News Bears, too.
Yeah.
leg kick. They've tried to work a lot with
The
it.
Bad News Bears and Breaking Training. What a great
Get into
movie.
a series
Yeah.
Yeah.
of all the scouting reports, the Houston Astros, even though they haven't seen him, they know that.
Look at that throw. How 1988.
What happened? Mine? Very big.
How big was yours?
Not like that, but
No,
mine.
it was a lot bigger in high school.
Now, if you're Bob Boone, you're in a position. How much leeway can you take with Bystrom? How
Doug,
many times
have you
can
ever
you
seen
pitch out?
his high school graduation shot? His yearbook picture?
I don't know. I don't think I have. You got to send it to me.
First base. Well up.
You got it. I gotta find it now.
Fourth hitter would be
Okay.
another left-handed batter. You get Morgan, Cruz, Walling in a row, all lefties.
I just walked away again.
Joe Burton in the dugout.
Hey, that Kentucky Derby was.
Who does not go? The breaking pitch is up high. 2 balls, no strikes. Now in a position like this, although Bill Burton is really not a big hit-and-run man, and even with the type of club that they have, that's a little bit.
Bill Verdon was stone-faced this entire game.
Started off early. He knows how successful.
Bill Verdon.
Bill Verdon.
He knows
Yeah, stone-faced the entire game.
Oh!
diving on the way.
That's gotta be
Mention the hit and run. Burton
Well, if I recall, I don't think Davey Johnson had a lot
throws the
of
breaking pitch, and he
reactions,
hangs it
except in
inside to
Game
Bill,
6
trying to
when he
detour
sat
him a
down
little
and
bit. He
just kind of
almost
threw
gets
his
picked
hat
off.
down.
Burton can be a gambling manager as he was when he left San Vito into mud yesterday in the bottom.
Which game 6 are you talking about? The playoffs or the World Series?
The hit and run and squeeze. He says
The World Series, Game 6.
That's right. I saw him.
it is now 3-1.
Yeah, he sat down and
Here's a
just
good
went
angle
into
too,
some
and a good shot. A
hat
pretty
down.
nice
I think it was after
late
Dave Henderson's
picks
home
it
run.
up, and then he kind of cocks it.
No, it was after they got the second out.
When he
And
did that for
that's
so
right,
many
Cole
years,
came
although
back.
he's just a youngster, started
Yeah.
his professional career in 1977. It's
I'm gonna be
tough
60.
to have it to break.
I'll be back. I'm gonna finish the
Right
shirt.
center. Maddox drifting over. McBride is there, and it's McBride for the catch. And this time, Terry Poole saw it.
I'll tell you what.
Let's see. He's
Who
not
was
seeing
in left?
that
Was
with
the
the
bowling
count.
left?
With the count, 3-1.
I'm sorry?
He's looking
In
up
his-
on
in the
that
outfield,
particular pitch
Brzezinski
this
was in
ball.
left,
He doesn't
right?
have to worry about anything
Yeah.
else.
For the Phillies,
Pick
yes.
up the ball.
You know,
I will tell
This
you,
is the story of this series.
but I will tell you that other than him, I don't recall him being a very good defensive outfielder.
we'll see a clip. We'll get to that later on. There's Joe Morgan. You know he started with.
Don't yell.
Plenty at the plate. Only twice.
You know.
Blackburn, they're short.
Now as the count to
You know he started with the Astros. Joe Morgan.
waiting on most of the
As a
Philadelphia
rookie,
When they were the Colt
when they're
45.
45, so they're rusty style.
That tells you a little
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Hitting too much for the average.
I love
222, 2 hits and 9 at bats, but at the 6 base on
Like
the ball,
Ron Duran.
keeping it on there
They
in
roll.
time. Cruz to the on-deck circle. 1 out. Terry Poole off first.
Look at little Joe.
Change and
What was he like, 5'7"?
1 strike. There's Jose.
Maybe. Oh, and I love Cheo. Jose Cruz.
Chill. Yep, that's what he was called.
Who goes? Morgan takes. Throw through. Safe. Close. Terry Poole has an excellent jump. You see him out there to put on the carpet. Now he picks it up. The throw a little bit low and to the third base side, and right there on top of the play is the second base umpire, Bob Engel. And here we go again from our live shot. From the gondola. Watch it again. From the other angle, you saw the foot get into the base before the tag was made. There you see it again. It's so beautiful. Now he's at the turn for Morgan with a count of 2-1 on Joe. Oh, that's a good pitch. It tied him up. And a good location. That curveball catching that inside corner. Now it's 2-2. That was Poole's second stolen base of the series. The Astros took several games to get started running, but they're now 4 out of 5. Morgan has left center. Hits the ball to straightaway center. Gets it deep. Sending Maddox back. Poole
you could see how hard it was to hit home runs. It was hard to even score runs.
Billy Hatcher found a way.
Yeah, I know. Barely, though.
Cruz.
Jose Cruz, Mama, you there? You seeing him?
She's in the kitchen, I think.
Yeah.
And part of the reason the Phillies could deal with having Greg Luzinski in left field is because Gary Maddox was so good in center field. It was said that the ocean covered 2/3 of the world, of the globe, and Gary Maddox covered the rest.
And you know who said that, right? You know who invented that quote, right, Doug?
Who?
That was a Kinerism.
I should have known.
Ralph Kiner in the 70s is the one that came up with that quote.
He said that?
Yep.
Did he really? Come on.
Yeah, he did. Google did Ralph Kiner say on air, 2/3 of the world is covered by water and the other third by, what's his name?
Gary Maddox.
Gary Maddox.
Gary Maddox. That was Steiner, huh?
That was Kiner.
There's Jose Cruz, Mama.
Oh, he could hit. Boricua.
See the curveball by Bystrom. He's got an excellent curveball. Now you'll see Jose Cruz. He'll be taking that drill.
Well, I love Cheo. His kid never lived up to the billing, though.
Yeah. But I will say this.
Junior?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this, Doug. If I remember correctly,
Petered out.
he was like the Puerto Rican of that time, the late 70s and early 80s. It was post Clemente, and it was before, Pudge and all those other guys came up. So there was a little gap
Other
when,
guys there, but
yeah, but there was a little gap of where, Puerto Rican stars were not as prevalent in the late 70s and early 80s.
garbage.
Yeah, interesting. I didn't know that. And honestly, at this time in 1980, I only knew he was Hispanic. I didn't know Puerto Rican from Venezuelan from Dominican
Correct.
until I got a little old. So I didn't identify Teo as one of you guys.
Yeah, and really Major League Baseball had not really, really taken a huge hold in any other Hispanic country other than Puerto Rico around that time.
And the Dominican Republic.
No, they came out a little later.
He had such a beautiful swing.
Yeah, he did, Lisa.
Just so there was nothing. It wasn't over analyzed. It was just smooth. It wasn't herky jerky.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Look, hit home run.
I mean, bang. That's why you hit the baseball.
And when Cuba was also huge and big.
Yeah, and you right on point. At that moment in the late 70s and 80s, the other Latin American area that had probably the biggest prevalence in baseball at the time was Cuba.
Whoa.
Danny Roman could smack it around. I mean,
You
it was-
really started to see the DR in Venezuela come in the late 80s and early 90s.
What was Danny Trio, Edwin? Wasn't he Dominican?
I think he was Mexican.
I think Trio was.
Danny Trio?
Trio might have been Venezuelan.
Yeah, maybe.
Look him up.
Live in the Astrodome, and there will be a graphic.
Are you looking at?
Venezuela.
Yeah, he was Venezuelan. That's what I think.
Oh, Venezuela.
Astros scored first here, but you remember? As Pete
The best
Rose led
Venezuelan
off,
at the
you
time
heard
was
him
Baby
say
Concepcion.
whoever scores first
Yeah.
will win the ball game. A statement
Here's Greg the Bull Luzinski, an all-star 4 years in a row, led the league in RBIs in 75, twice the runner-up for MVP, and 7th on the Phillies all-time list in homers.
Number 2 to the right side, but everything else he's hit has been pulled, including the pitch double of yesterday.
He was like the Dave Kingman of the Phillies.
1-1 on the swinging strike. Well, there's a man right here.
Can't do anything but hit home runs.
And he struck out a lot, if I remember correctly, right, Doug?
Brzezinski?
Yeah.
Nobody had, I don't know, Doug, did you ever have that baseball game back in the 70s that you had the circle cards and you could put up the background and you have the circle cards and you spin and see where it landed?
Wasn't that Stratomatic?
No.
The Lenny Dykstra game?
What's that?
The Lenny Dykstra game? Because that's what he said after he hit the home run off Dave Smith.
No, I'm talking about
An actual board game.
Oh, right.
This is Ryan's curve.
But Brzezinski and Dave Kingman had the biggest strikeout area of any player in the majors.
That's probably why when he went to the White Sox, he became a DH.
I will say this,
You know, I
Doug,
would look for that game on Amazon.
Didn't-
Alex, you would enjoy that game a lot.
didn't Dean have a baseball game, board game, that he brought to college with him? To SU, if I
If he
remember
did,
correctly.
I don't remember.
It's a
I
board game and it was a
I
spin.
remember him having
So
one.
good. Every time ours, because we played it so much, ours would break. My parents would have to always get us another one.
He tried to start on our floor, and it was in Del Plain at the time, a game, but those games you had to invest a lot of time and energy on it. For college kids, that was not going to happen.
Here's Manny Trio. With the Phillies, he led the league in putouts 2 years in a row and won 3 Gold Gloves and 2 Silver Sluggers. He once went 89 games without making an error. But this series is what I think Phillies fans will remember him best for. Very underrated. Larry Bowa said Manny Trio was the most underrated player he ever played with.
Manny Trio, when I was younger and watching, was probably one of the best second basemen
All
I've
his
ever
hits
seen.
looping into right center, drops.
He had a great arm.
Yeah, and he was
And
Mr.
you kind of
Consistent.
play like it's nobody's
So the
business.
Phillies have
He was Mr. Consistency, and I believe there was a language issue, right, Doug? I think. I don't think he spoke English.
first base, I think, tells
He speaks English in this interview when he's named the MVP of the
Oh, he
series.
does. So maybe I'm wrong.
the series. He's
I always thought he was very to himself.
Here's Gary Maddox.
Did he have a heavy accent in the interview?
Yeah, I believe he did, and you'll see Trio display his arm later on in this game.
So what do you have to say about Gary Maddox?
I spoke about him on the last podcast. You know, one of the best defensive center fielders in the game at the time. 8 Gold Gloves. You know, not a bad hitter either.
They go to first. They'll set the umpires. Ed Marco back of the plate. Jerry Crawford first. Bob Engel second. Terry Tate third. Left field line Bruce Roaming. Right field line Doug Harvey. Doug probably happy to be out tonight.
What was Doug Harvey's nickname?
I didn't even know he had a nickname.
I
His
bet
nickname was God.
the what?
The other umpires and players so respected him that they called him God.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez. You know, he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
We'll see Manny moving off first base. Up the camera in the gondola. And the pitch is inside and low. Gary Maddox, the cameraman, Frank Salesius, went up there in the gondola all week. I hope they'll let him come down after the game's over. Three and nothing. Ryan has walked Gary Maddox, sending Trio to second.
back when it was okay when shortstops didn't hit. Larry Bowa, choke up on the bat and just slap at it, and if you don't make any hits, who cares?
Felix Mian.
Oh, yeah. But Felix Mian choked up a lot higher.
Yeah. No, that's a lot right there for Boa.
Yeah, it is.
No one choked up more than Felix.
He wasn't a bad hitter. He was very hard to strike out, Felix Mian.
I think he's lifetime like 278. I wonder if he's still alive.
Felix Mian?
Yeah.
I think he's still alive. I'll double check.
Oh my goodness.
Punches it foul.
So,
You see the outfield alignment on Larry Bowa, and it's as we've talked about throughout the course of the series, and maybe a little bit more for Ryan.
Yes, he's still alive, Mama.
How old is he?
82.
that was Dad's question.
So he's the same age as Grandpa too. Where's he lived?
Is he in his 80s?
Yeah, 82. How? Where does he live?
82.
Hang on. Ryan jams the hell out of him right here.
Ryan flags it down, drops it, picks it up, goes to first. They get Bowa. The runners trio and Maddox pull up to third and second. There was a very close play. Ryan, if he comes up with a ball the first time and he's able to get out of his glove,
Did this game go into
he's
extra
got a
innings?
chance for the double play.
What?
Did this game go into extra innings?
Into 10 innings.
Just a little bit as he reaches and rolls
I think he lives in Florida.
He's in throwing to first. He's going to second, but says, no, I'm going to go to first, throwing with a completely open body. And he almost
When did the Mets start training in Port St. Lucie, and where were they before that?
St. Pete,
That's right.
Petersburg. They shared with the Cardinals. They shared with the Cardinals, but they've been in St. Lucie since the early 2000s, I think. Norfolk was a AAA team. The Tidewater Tides.
Water Tide.
Yeah, the Tidewater Tides, I remember them.
But their home from 62 until the early 2000s, I believe, was St. Petersburg. They shared it with the Cardinals.
No, it wasn't the early. It was earlier than the 2000s, Ed.
When Port St. Lucie started?
Should Nolan Ryan be pitching to Bob Boone with first base open right now?
Who's on deck?
The pitcher.
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
Oh,
Good
well,
point.
yeah. Oh, and it pitched.
There's your answer. You cheated, Alex. You knew what was going to happen.
Listen,
I can't understand that. With first base open and the pitcher up next.
That's what I was about to say when you talked about you love to have the pitcher open the next inning. That's another part of what I think of false mottos in baseball.
And this is a fastball that's just up over the plate. Ryan's trying to move it in on him, but he gets it there. And Booney, he's just trying to make contact. He kind of fights it off of him a little bit. And right back up the middle with two outs, the runners are going. And now the Phillies are on top.
His series batting average was deceptive, as I
Oh,
indicated. He's
Alex,
hitting
you
much
beat
better
my
than the
butt in the
average
gym today.
indicated.
yeah. Okay, so, now before the hit, the Phillies were looking at each other. Larry Bowa asked Larry Christensen, they got to walk him, don't they? And Christensen said, oh, yeah, they're going to walk him. But when they saw Nolan Ryan winding up, Larry Bowa went, wow. Howard Cosell, that's another example of the false bravado in baseball. We'll get this guy out and have the pitcher lead off the next inning. I know you don't like him, Dad, but you have to listen to Cosell because he often made a great point. I mean, you can't help but smile sometimes. I mean,
That imitation was great.
He does a great Al Cosell imitation.
thank you. Larry Bowa said it was fun listening to Howard and that he could listen to him all day. And another thing, you saw the uniforms. Which one was worse, the Phillies or the Astros?
I think the Astro uniform was not good.
Yeah. And, I mean,
They look back then, I don't know if Lisa and Doug remember, the ice cream truck always had one of these popsicle rocket type that had different colors. That's what the Astro uniforms always reminded me of.
Oh boy.
That's funny.
Listen, I loved that popsicle, the rocket popsicle or whatever. That
Yeah.
was huge. But
Yeah.
if it was hot out, it took too freaking long to eat it. You ended up red, white, and blue all over you. So then I started going with the fudgesicles. What year did the Mets spring training?
So
Because I know my
to Davey,
grandfather
and he's
moved
on.
there in
Hi.
the late 80s, I think.
Okay, now.
So what inning are we in now, Alex?
We now move to the bottom of the second inning with the Phillies up 2-1, and after an Art Howe pop-up and Luis Pujols walk, Craig Reynolds is at the plate facing Marty Bystrom.
0 for 8.
Yeah,
Greg Reynolds at the plate.
with 3 walks.
He's only had the ball out of the infield once in 12 at-bats. Key man when he was batting second.
Doug, you might not believe it, but I figured that. It was when I graduated college, 1980, when we all did, 1988.
Who the hell created those uniforms anyway? I mean, what the hell kind of advertising firm was hired by the two teams to design those uniforms anyway?
You had to be alive in the 70s and 80s to know.
I actually thought they were kind of cool. I gotta admit.
Yeah. I have no problem with them.
The ones that were
There's a
ridiculous
fair
were
ball.
the White Sox.
Watch this.
Yeah.
Why in the world are you putting men in shorts? He's out! What a play. Look at that throw!
Now that's what I call teamwork.
Now, was he actually out? It was close.
It was a great play on the part of all three guys. McBride cutting it off, Trio with the strong arm, and Boone with the great tag.
That was made by Trio's throw.
So,
Was
look,
on the
you
money.
had to do this. They had to do this perfectly. And look at that. On a fly.
Oh yeah, he was out.
On a fly. Oh no, he was out.
No, he was out.
The main reason why they sent Luis Pujols is because the pitcher Nolan Ryan was coming up. Look, he cuts it off, and then Trio with the strong arm, and then Boone with the great tag.
Wow.
And that's the throw that Landeskog did not make yesterday.
That's the kind of film.
Well, man.
That's the kind of a play that, even though it's old, you show on loop to
You're right.
your upcoming ball players and softball players, because that's how you execute a relay to home plate.
Yeah. Now,
Did you have a cannon, Lisa?
I'm sure I did. Yeah, good arm before it got
Yeah.
all messed up. I played center at one point, but I was too slow. I couldn't play freaking center. For my travel
Yeah.
team, they put me in center for a game, and I was like, "All right, coach."
All right, let's get back to the Alex
Okay,
Estrada
so-
podcast here.
okay, so now
That's Edwin.
the main reason why they sent Luis Pujols is because the pitcher Nolan Ryan was coming up with 1 out, down by 1, and the pitcher coming up. Make them make the play.
And they did.
If there were no outs, I don't know if I would send him, but with 1 out, you got to try to score him. So I think the Astros made the right move. So now, even though it's only 2-1 and it's only the third inning, so much has happened already. I mean, the Phillies don't have a whole lot of speed, but they were being very aggressive on the bases. I mean, and so now we move ahead to the top of the third inning. Okay, now. Yep.
The play at the plate on Pujols. Now you've got to say, Keith, that is something.
Look at that.
Manager's delight as you see the tag by Boone. He's got the left leg out.
It's a great job of blocking the plate by Bob Boone as well.
Great exhibition.
Yeah, back when it was
Of
legal.
how to hit a cutoff man
Yeah.
and how to make the
Making sure Pujols couldn't get in.
Execution, but such little things again. First, we've talked about Trio. Second, if Ashby is catching, if
I'm
he's
like,
well
That was a great play by Bloom.
Somewhere
Not
along the line
only
between third and
did he
home, I
have
think
his foot
Louis just
there,
ran out of gas.
and it wasn't all that illegal to tell you the truth, but my thinking as an ex-catcher is that catch and tag was flawless.
Just remember, at least there was nothing illegal back then. You could have blocked the play any which way you
No, but
wanted to.
I mean, he had his foot there. It wasn't like he had his entire body.
No, but he could if he wanted to. It was not. It was not illegal
I'm not
back
arguing
then.
that point. I'm giving him credit for making a great foot.
Cabell should have had that.
This is the one time.
I don't know, son. I played third against men, and that ain't easy.
And on the carpet. That was renowned. That was renowned. The Astrodome carpet to be slick.
Mm-hmm.
And it just skidded right off of him.
Now that Ryan has got to hold the Phillies at bay, he can't give them too much breathing room because
The first
the
team
Astros
to
are
have
not that much of a
AstroTurf. Don't?
catch-up ball club.
Yes.
No.
They were the first team?
I don't
Not
think
St.
so.
Louis?
What year was the Astrodome built?
It was built in, I believe, 65.
Oh, then you're right. Then it was.
Yeah.
It's definitely got to be the first. And then
Because after that, Bush Stadium went to turf.
I was gonna say
So
St.
did-
Louis.
so
because
did-
I remember
so
it
did
was
Riverfront.
130 degrees.
Bush Stadium, Riverfront, and the Vet in Philadelphia all were very close on
and the
AstroTurf.
vet. I forgot
And
the
three
vet
and
as a
Three
whole.
Rivers, right, Doug? Do you remember what year?
Yeah, those
And
were
Three
four.
Rivers had AstroTurf.
And yes, when they opened the Astrodome, they tried to grow grass the first couple of years. They had a translucent roof, but they couldn't grow grass, and so they had to come up with an alternative, and that's why it's called AstroTurf, not Cardinal turf. Red
Ah,
turf.
gotcha. Well, I mean, I'm serious. Back then, it's pretty cool that they tried, but if they had what we had now, they'd be able to grow grass.
The main reason, let me explain that about the AstroTurf. You see, the first year they had grass, and, the sun was supposed to go right through the stadium to let the grass grow, but it was very hard to see a fly ball or something. So that's why they had to paint the tiles, and that's why the grass died. So that's why, they installed the AstroTurf the next season.
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, I
Alex.
think Uncle Doug mentioned that it's just they didn't have enough light.
That's high. 2-2. There's a case where he just
Yeah, but like Alex said, the reason why there wasn't enough, originally it was fine, but because players could not see the baseball on a fly ball, they had to color in the tiles, and that's what killed the grass.
That would make sense that the ball would kind of mix into a light-colored roof.
Anyways, I saw that on Baseball Seasons. They mentioned that on an episode of Baseball Seasons at the very beginning.
On second base for some of you people that wonder about a sequence pitch because you have a man out at second base, especially in the knowledge of Rose and all he
What
does
were
is
nationally
relay
rookie of the
pitch
year
to
there,
the
Baking Fry?
That's a definite advantage
I like
right
Big.
there. Then they will go to a
He won Rookie of the
Talking
Year.
of a hot dog, look at the stirrups. I love the stirrups.
Yeah, Big McBride won Rookie of the Year when he was with the Cardinals.
Yeah. What was that, 73, Alan?
74, I believe.
74, okay.
Rose on first
So
base
you think that
after a single.
Pujols,
McBride
who's
strikes
going
out, and
to
here
play
comes
Luis Pujols?
Luis Pujols.
Steps up to the plate.
Is he related to
63
Albert?
average, 250 now.
No.
Fouling out the first time. Playing for the National
Because
League.
I don't know, Edwin. Is Pujols a
National
common
League
name?
Championship Series at the Astrodome in Houston.
I'm sure it is in probably Venezuela.
Pujols is
Or
Albert
Dominican.
Pujols is
DR,
Dominican.
I mean.
I'd have-
It's not a very prevalent name in Puerto Rico, that's for sure.
So's Luis. You believe he's from the 70s?
Tomorrow at first, the RBI leaders during the
Wow.
regular season of the National League shown there. But
Well, I love George Hendrick.
in the regular season and
Yeah,
also
man.
in the championship series, Rose
He was
running,
cool.
throw to Morgan. Rose overslides it, is out.
Yes,
I don't know why Pete was I don't know after the slide why Pete was looking at the umpire because he definitely overslid the base.
You know, Pete Rose was 39 years old in the game, but like in the 23-22 game, he was playing like an
100%.
experienced rookie. That was one of the things that made him so great, always playing hard every single game that he played in. You know, on this play, Mike Schmidt is the batter, Nolan Ryan is pitching, Pete Rose gets thrown out at second, and Joe Morgan is making the tag. 4 great players on the same play. Is that cool or what?
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And by the way, Luis and Albert are cousins.
What?
Wow.
Are they
Yeah.
really? Nice job, Lisa.
Se llama Luis Bienvenido Ulos from the Dominican Republic. He's a plátano.
Oh yeah, you're right. He is his cousin. They are
They're
cousins.
cousins.
You've got to try and move that ball in on him. You've got to try
And this guy's only 80.
out.
No, 70, I'm sorry. He's only 70 years old. How can that be? He must have been a baby in this series.
He came up with what, like, he was out of Ohio University and got to the big leagues pretty quick, like at 74.
So he's probably like a teen, late teens, early 20s. then.
Keith Jackson had mentioned that Pujols in this game is dealing with a sore foot.
He has, oh, there he is. Hi, Luis.
Lisa, he's not too young. He would have been 24 in this series.
Yeah, so he's, okay. So right now he's only 70. Yeah, look at him. He's limping. You can tell.
Rose singles, but he's thrown out. Going to second. Phillies have turned away in the top of the
Talking about Poole.
2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phillies two.
Astros
one.
No, he was, Alex said that he was dealing with a sore foot. And I just saw
So
him
what's
coming
next,
off
Alex?
the plate.
UFOs. That's in
Yeah.
Let's see here.
these ABC stations.
Trying to remember.
Damn.
The order.
Looking at this,
Against the young right-hander Marty
there's
Blackman.
Terry Poole
Poole is up there.
is coming up again. I believe in the next. I believe there's going to be another play at the plate in this inning.
Nothing more exciting in baseball.
I could be wrong.
Perfect game or two of play at the plate where the guy is getting good lines.
A series that's incredible.
Especially when it means something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Petey went deep today against the Skanks on the short porch.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, I'm buying myself a Oreo concert.
I don't blame you, Mom.
It's beautiful. His first at bat
Flashing the signs.
back in New York and he hit a home
Decision
run.
already made before
That's
you walked
why
out there.
they
Bob
never should
Lillis
have
is the first baseman.
But I digress. Continue, son.
Right.
That's Lillis. Lindstrom has been struggling, no question about it. Got away with it last inning on the
Did you guys decide whether Enos Cabell is Hispanic or not?
Oh,
I think he's. No, I just think he's black. I think he's black. I think he's African American.
I'm gonna look right now. Former baseball player.
Down, you look for the bunt.
I got to. I guarantee you, Dallas Green is looking for the bunt.
Now I just realized that the play at the plate is gonna be in the bottom of the fourth, not this inning.
Artificial surface to the bunt.
But
Yeah, we were wrong. Enos Cabell was born in Fort Riley,
Coming
Kansas.
back. Boone chasing the
Wow.
ball. Bobby's got a play. Makes the
Enos
catch.
Cabell Sr. and Naomi Cabell. He grew up in California. College baseball at Los Angeles Harbor College.
Still can't
Huh.
believe that
So
Nolan
just saw a score that
when Winter League was signed by the Baltimore Orioles.
Well, he's got to do that.
just saw that
So we were
the
so wrong about Enos
She
Cabell.
doesn't tell him.
just saw that the Celtics are down 13 already to the Sixers.
Around a particular hitter, but you've got to do that on your own.
Game
Forget
7.
about that liking to have the pitcher lead off the inning.
Look at Joe was,
His first time.
he had his cut on. Look at his sideburns. I love that.
and how tall was he? Like 5'9", 5'7", 5'8"?
With this ball
I'm 5'8".
Who?
I'd say no more than 5'7".
No more than 5'7". Maybe they might have
Also
listed him
got to
as
keep a
5'8".
close eye on
Well,
Terry Poole at first base.
But let me tell you something. Joe Morgan was nobody to mess with.
He's got his toe
No
up
kidding.
on the run.
Well, look at his stats, 75 and 76.
Oh,
They're remarkable what he did in 75 and 76 to win his 2 MVP awards.
He's not
Crazy.
worried about making any tag whatsoever. Of course, Booney's thinking the same thing, trying to think along the lines of Terry Poole. Pete right there, he just got to try and catch the ball. That one could have gotten away. I was watching the right fielder, Big McBride. He very alertly, he was charging. Ball is hit high in the air to right center field. Maddox going way back to the track. He makes the catch, and Poole had already turned around.
Was the Astrodome one of the most spacious ballparks of all time, or what?
The dimensions actually were not that big a deal. It was just the ball never carried. If I remember correctly, what were the dimensions at the Astrodome?
I believe straightaway center, I think I read it said 416.
I think it was very spacious. Look at Joe's mad.
Yeah, him and Jim Wynn and Rusty Staub lost a ton of home runs playing there.
Oh, yeah, my man.
That's Joe at Poole at 20 feet to the right.
Come on.
Or to center, it is in the
Where in Puerto Rico is he from?
Let me check that
I
out.
believe I thought he was from where my dad's from, Caguas, but
The Gagua.
check to see where he was born at, or where he lived.
Let's
Gladly.
see. Cheo is a Puerto Rican former baseball player. Arroyo, Puerto Rico.
Where?
Arroyo.
Okay.
It's on the Caribbean side.
He's over at first right now, but Trio
It's
is
east of the municipality of Guayama.
a strike, 1-1.
We're so jealous, Lisa. I wish I could roll my R's like you do.
That's south. It's actually, I've never been that far to hang out. It's actually east
But if.
Puerto Rico.
I've been there.
Yeah.
But that's not near
That's foul.
Boquerón, right? Boquerón is southwest.
Times can you say in this series if? It's been an incredible baseball.
I have to assume it's a little bitty city.
Seems to me got a sack free. Because Poole was stealing yesterday.
He's got to be, Edwin, the only one from Arroyo, Puerto Rico.
Great decoy by Manny Trio.
Born in 1947, he's 78.
With this count, you might see him go. Pitch is well outside.
Now, was
2-2.
Junior a
With the
lefty
count
as
with a
well?
2-strike count.
Was he a switch hitter?
No, a lefty. He was a lefty. I've seen him bat lefty.
But Jose
Or
was
was
not
he a
was
switcher?
No, Jose wasn't a switcher.
And he got rid
No,
of
Teo
us.
was straight.
I'm pretty.
Not
Pretty-
Cheo, but his son is well called.
I'm pretty sure. He was only bat.
He certainly did.
Um.
Hit some balls hard.
Oh yeah, he was a switch hitter.
Managed to stay right in there. He really hasn't
Bingo.
lost his composure at all.
Jose Senior?
Junior.
Junior.
Oh, Junior's the switch hitter.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing Jose Senior.
Did he play for the Jays, Doug?
No.
I think he did play for the Jays. Junior.
He was a Blue Jay, baby.
Yeah.
Of course he's thinking he has to go.
So if he
I don't
was,
remember.
was he on the Blue Jays young or older? Because if he was young, he might have gone. Like, where did he go through the minor leagues?
Did he come up with the Cardinals first?
That's what I'm trying
Let's
to
see,
figure
I'll look him
out.
up.
Pitches inside.
I'd have to look at that
Because
again.
he would have been coming up at a time when you were an announcer for Syracuse, right, Doug?
Junior started out with the Mariners.
At what year?
97.
Yeah, I'm talking about who Teo came up with. Teo came up with. Junior was at Rice University. He was the best player in college baseball and got to the big league fast after getting drafted. Cheo, I thought.
Let me check Cheo. Playing career. Playing career. Signed with the Cardinals straight after graduating as a four sports star at Royal High School in 1966. So they didn't get minor league play resulted in him entering the majors as a September call-up announced in February.
Dallas is talking about.
Let's see.
I thought Cooney jumped up a little bit. He might have blocked Eddie Fargo.
He's actually starting as the starting center fielder for the Cardinals on opening day in
Hit hard to the right side. McBride
1970.
He flags it down one-handed as he bounces.
I gotta tell you,
His career did not start off well.
Maddox and McBride covered a lot of ground in that outfield.
McBride was good too, man.
You know, with his speed, I don't think Luzinski could be able to cover
And they
much
were like
ground.
gazelles.
Played 3 in game number 5 for the
I
National
mean,
League pennant.
they had the
Phillies lead
long
Astros
legs
2-1.
and
Score
covered
in the
so
game at
much
the top of the
ground.
4th inning for Philadelphia.
So what's next, Alex?
We're going to see vintage Nolan Ryan, you know, retire Luzinski, Trio, and Maddox. It's just going to watch him do his thing.
Pattern of this game has been a little different, fellows. The Phils have left only one man on in 3 innings.
Ooh, who's here? Is that DT Amy?
Adopting the
Yes,
Phillies
it
offense
is.
has left 4 on.
Even though it's only the 4th inning, DT Amy, you've missed quite a lot.
I apologize. We were at the movies.
Oh, really? Which movie did you see?
Super Mario, the new one.
Me and Mom went to see the Michael Jackson movie today.
Was it good?
Yeah. But Janet Jackson wasn't in it.
Tried to overthrow that curveball one more time.
Was that Doug?
Yeah, that's Uncle Doug.
My goodness! Hi, Doug.
That's Unky Dougie.
How are you, Uncle Doug?
I bet now that you joined, how are you?
Do I get to call you Unky too?
You can call me anything you want.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby. Have you ever met Talina? What is that? I don't know my own daughter's name. She does this like every day. This.
But you're not
is
even on
Uncle Doug.
video, Amy.
You're not on...
This
There's...
is your dear Lillian's best friend in the whole wide world since college and forever.
So there's a Luzinski strikeout.
That's like the second time he struck out looking.
How much older is he than you, or how much younger is he than you? They're the same age, but they're both younger than me.
We can't see you, DT Amy.
You can't see me.
No, but we can't see the camera.
Your video's not on.
Terrific relay throw.
That's weird, because it is on my thing. Hold on. Yeah, on your phone.
I'd like to be able to spot that fastball out there about 8%.
I'm watching the stream. Sorry. What are you? You're playing something, right, Alex?
Yes.
Oh,
Now we
Now we see you.
Hear Nolan grunt again there?
Yeah.
You can hear him.
Sounds like Jimmy Conn.
Hi, little Talina. Welcome to the Alex Estrada podcast. So right now we're in the top of the 4th, and the Phillies are leading the Astros 2-1.
Fouled off. And then it's Ryan 1-2. Got to keep the ball down on Trio. Trio's a high fastball hitter. That's where he's done most of his damage in this series. Breaking stuff down the course.
I know.
That's one of the greatest pitchers ever, little Talina, Nolan Ryan.
Single. Maddox walked.
Nolan Ryan, he is one of the best, and he was an Astro.
Yeah.
He was a Met.
He was an Astro.
He started with the Mets, yeah.
But didn't he retire with the Astros jersey?
No, he retired when he was with the Rangers.
No, but in the Hall of Fame,
He went in with the
Oh, that's right, yes.
he went in with the Astros jersey.
Oh, no, he went in wearing a Rangers cap, actually.
Flicker of a smile from
Did he?
Though
He did.
Oh.
1-2.
We traded him for Jim
Oh, look
Fregosi.
at my hair.
It's hit. Trio
But
down 2.
that surprises me.
So Trio's on.
I thought his longest time was with the
NCAA
Astros.
college football this coming Saturday.
He was at his longest time was actually with the Angels.
Houston,
Yeah.
SMU,
Really?
That's right.
Him and
They
Frank
revere him in Texas.
him and Frank Tanana used to strike out over 300 every single year, right, Doug?
Check the local listings for the game in your area.
to this point in time, Trio is clearly evolving as the Philadelphia hero.
I can eat that.
All I see is the top of somebody's
Ready for
head.
your birthday?
Yeah, I'm actually doing my wish list right now.
I think your streaming
Deserve
is...
a present.
People keep getting frozen on the stream.
That's right.
How do you put it?
Electing to go with a breaking pitch.
2 more weeks on crutches and she's done. 2 more weeks.
Okay, little Savannah.
There's been a lot of people that you
Huh?
can throw
You
in
can't
that
come by
hat for the
days,
most
no.
valuable player in this series.
All right, let's watch the podcast, Amy.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
Talina, I was just telling everyone that there was a play that happened here that should be shown to every young softball and baseball player, showing the fundamentals of how to play the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how do you
Always easy.
how
Then
do
the
you
trick
field
is
the
to do
ball,
it now.
how to
Gotta do
turn
things
and
Houston wins.
throw,
Doesn't make any sense to do it
how
now.
to place a tag on
Because if you can
someone.
tell me who's going to win this game,
Lisa,
Stuff you
your image is frozen.
So they're
And
telling
so's
her
Amy's.
that once she's off, they want her playing first base, not catching.
Well,
can still use your mitt.
that's pretty
As a
safe.
lefty, because no, it's not that. It's because they feel as a lefty, she's better equipped at first base than catching.
Hey guys, I
Do you
love...
watch college softball? Doug, am I
Continue
correct?
to get away with it, or will he
College
now
I don't
softball.
watch college softball. I don't know.
College softball, there are plenty of left-handed catchers playing D1 softball. So,
I'm gonna tell my coach that.
Maddox to the shortstop.
All right, guys, let's watch Alex's...
My coach, double play.
oh,
Got
Look
him.
at Will go.
Got him.
By Joe Morgan at second base. Trio really barreled in there.
Nolan, baby.
Yeah.
So what's next, Alex?
Okay, so next, the Astros didn't score in the bottom of the fourth. We're gonna watch Nolan Ryan continue to do his thing before we see another big play in the bottom of the fifth.
The Phillies lead.
So, Nolan Ryan is just freaking, he was a freak of nature, man.
He was.
Did
So
he
we're
pass
going
away?
We're going
No,
to the
he's
top
still
of the
going.
fifth.
What happens at
He's
the top of
still
the
alive.
fifth?
Alex, how old was he when he took the mound on this game?
I would have to say it was somewhere during his prime. I'd have to double check, but first let me get to the starting point. As I mentioned earlier, we're gonna keep watching Nolan Ryan do his thing before we watch another big play on the bottom of the fifth.
So as you're doing
Okay.
these, Alex, because remember we
He
keep...
must have been in his mid-30s at this point, Lise.
You think mid-30s? Because, well, put it this way, he came up with, he was a rookie in 69 when
We've
he
got
came up,
Monday
right?
Night Football.
He might have been a rookie. I'd have to double check.
Against the Broncos, and in the wake
I
of
thought
he
the
got
to the big leagues in like
San
67.
Diego today, this is a
So,
critical
okay.
game for the
So
Broncos
now
as
this is
they win it.
1980, you're
They're
talking
back
20
in the
plus
hunt.
years already.
Nolan
Is
Ryan.
already
But he might have been 40.
Jeremy Lee.
No, 11 years.
He was
Oh, okay, I'm right.
30.
I'm wrong.
He's 33 in this game.
Oh, man, I thought he was older. Okay,
Yeah.
he's right.
He'll be followed by Glenn
My math is off.
But so Alex, as you're putting podcasts...
I know, Dad. I know. And
I know, but I keep saying it, but you're not really taking any
And for the
advice
record, Lise,
on,
I'm still only in my 50s.
on how to cut time down. So when you want to show
Still in my.
that Nolan Ryan had a good inning, you don't have to show every single pitch of
You're in
every single
October,
at bat. You can edit to just show the strikeout or the out
Right.
to show you, because you're an hour and a half into this game and you're only in the
No,
fifth.
Oh, you're late October.
So you're after the 22nd. Fine, dog.
yeah, Ed Vargo is giving. You saw the pitch that Ryan threw to Lazinski when he struck him out the second time. Look at that! Did you see that?
That one was way outside.
Oh,
Yeah, Larry Boa. He knew he could never hit that pitch. I mean, all he could do is just put his hands on his hips and walk away.
How fast do you think? Back then they didn't have the radar gun, right? Or did they?
Not until the seventh. They just didn't show it. And
I'm sure they had radar guns. How fast do you think that pitch was? though?
probably
That's
95.
High 90s, I think.
Yeah, he's high 90s.
Yeah.
Because Boa just was like, what am I supposed to do?
Big one up in Montreal. The Tide
He knew that pitch was unhittable, and you see, like 3 or 4 times, Ed Vargo has given Nolan Ryan that pitch. So that's probably one of the reasons why the Phillies, are just struggling with Ryan right now, even though they're leading 2-1.
So, Amy, we're getting ready to party.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, leave that conversation at something else. Let Alex run the show here.
With two gone, the pitcher spot comes up, and Marty Bystrom will hit for himself. Ruthven still
Hi.
stuck in the bullpen, and it might be that
Okay.
he told Dallas Green, if you're going to consider using me, let me throw just a little bit more. Make sure that I'm ready.
Let me see how many strikeouts Nolan Ryan has so far.
Get loose as quickly as the relievers do. There's a lot of difference between starting and relieving.
What inning we in?
We are in the top of the 5th.
Oh, the 5th.
home runs did you hit in this ballpark?
I don't think any in this ballpark.
Is Pete Rose in this game, or is
He
that
sure
what
is. He sure is.
He was still pretty dang good as a
Already old
Philly.
by the time this ballpark was built.
I mean, he was up there probably, right?
Yeah, he was 39 years old in this game.
Damn, I thought maybe mid 30s. I didn't realize he was 39, but he could still hit.
Up there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
He could
nobody
wake
on,
up
and it's 2-1
out of bed,
Philadelphia,
no
but it's
coffee,
at the
grab a
fifth
bat, and just hit. That's how great he was.
I think that's Nolan Ryan's 7th strikeout in this.
inning. The Phillies go 1
Okay, yep, 7 strikeouts, 7 Ks.
at the halfway mark.
You were right.
Philadelphia
That
goes
curveball
2,
was
the Houston Astros 1. We are inside at the Astrodome in Houston, Texas. As you look at the top of the dome, and
Goodbye.
moving down to a full house.
I'm gonna go chill in my room. Selena's going to her room.
Okay,
Are you tired, hon?
18 stories.
Hi, Cookie. You tired, hon?
She's doing her birthday list.
oh, her birthday list. Of course.
It's some quiet time.
Yeah.
I love you.
She's on her iPad. She get no quiet time.
Get it out of her hand. You're the mama.
We just got home.
Yeah.
Give her 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. So Terry
I love you,
Poole,
Pookie.
Poole is leading off. He's 2 for 2 so far in this game. 2 singles.
I'm going to keep an eye on that list.
Oh, hang on. I'm gonna fast forward here. I'm gonna take your advice, Dad.
Oh, you're fast forwarding?
Yep.
Set
A
it up
little
for
bit,
us, Bubba.
yeah.
Yeah, we want to see action. We don't want to see dead at
Where are
bats.
we going to? Oh, hi, Addie.
Hello.
I didn't see my brother.
You didn't hear him yelling at me?
I'm scratching Alex's ear.
Set it up for us, son.
Yep, it's right here. Terry Poole is leading off, and two singles and first 2 at bats of this game.
Gotcha.
He's got a eagle eye out of
Says
the
failed
Houston
to start
Roundhouse,
camera.
along
What
with
is
his
that?
manager Dallas Green.
Eagle eye, he said.
I think that's DT Amy's camera.
Did he go in a 10th
What?
man? Home plate umpire.
Your failed to start camera again, DT.
Not too happy with that call. He's saying,
Oh, I see you. Oh, again?
strike.
Again.
I see Amy. I see her.
I don't.
Look at it one more time. He came back with a breaking pitch. I don't know.
Oh,
It fouled.
It might be because you're streaming. Like, I'm watching your stream,
Yeah.
but I see you, Alex.
Hitters will complain
Yes,
about
because
that.
we're
The
streaming
umpire will
business.
say, well, how do you know? You weren't even around to
That's
take a
probably
look at
why.
Yeah, but when we see, how come we can see Doug and Lisa and me and not you?
Because you
Well,
can
we're-
only fit so many squares in the screen.
No, we see your square.
it. Out number 1.
We see your square, Amy. We see your square. It just says in the square, failed to start camera. Now we see your icon. And
There
now
you
we
are.
See you. So you did something
I
just
turned it
now.
on and off again.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, if I go back to having the stream big, can you still see me? Hold on.
Why you can't see what the is on the?
If I do this, can you still see me?
I can see you right now.
Okay, perfect. I just made the stream big, so all I see is Alex and the screen. Ooh, nice. Who's that pitching, Alex?
Marty Bystrom.
Cabell talking about a pulled groin muscle prior to yesterday's game. He pulled it in the late innings in the first game here at the Astrodome. And he said it's really
Look
not
at
too
the afro.
bad. He said it surprised me
Yeah.
in the first inning yesterday when I had to go down the line hard at first base.
Alex, have you ever seen pictures of your dad's afro?
I think so.
Whoa!
Already been talked about, Amy.
Yeah, Gary Maddox and Big McBride both had afros.
Please don't antagonize my husband.
Aw.
He gets mad when you talk about
He's a
it.
big youngster. He's
Oh, I think it looked
6'5",
good.
200 pounds.
I don't. Why do you think that I get mad? I never said
Starting his
anything bad.
professional career in
It looked
1977.
handsome. Look at that, Lisa. You still fell in love with him afro and all.
That's what I told Doug I was like.
Would have had a tough
When
time
I
getting
fell in love
to
with him.
There
He
is.
knows
Third
he
base.
bet.
That's zeros fell. Twice pulled that
0
off
for
with
9
hits
with
in the
runners
first
on
and
base.
third innings.
Mm-hmm.
Amy, your nephew's
Stole
too.
second in the
At the
first
gym.
inning. Cabell moved him along
Good.
over time.
Yeah.
We'll be doing good, right, son?
Yeah, we went to the gym before we saw the movie today, Titi.
That's pretty awesome. You
Yeah.
don't
By
take
the
your
way,
dad with.
afros, Amy, or perms?
I know they're hers.
Into the hole.
They're perms.
Yeah. And about Enos Cabell, as he singles to left, you'll see he was probably pretty much a leadoff type hitter, not an RBI hitter. It's probably why he's hitting second.
Trailing by a run, and once again, it's
No.
the little professional Joe Morgan who belted one about 400
So-
feet, but he couldn't get out of it.
And we get the last.
Like, who gets the hit to score runs?
He hit it deep.
Oh no, they don't score. Another Astro gets thrown out at the plate. It's based on heads up playing by Pete Rose.
Why don't you fast forward to that?
Well, we got to see how the guy gets on second. There's a very good play by Pete Rose.
What position is Pete Rose playing?
First base, right there.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Nicky Knowles acting as the guard man as Brewster moves alongside. The count goes to 2-0. The Astros trying to fight back. They have had to fight their way over the last week and a half to get here. There's the story of the men left on base. Outside ball 3, and the Astro fans up on their feet.
Now they begin to get to it.
Here comes
Dallas Green comes out. Oh, no.
First Durant, right?
Durant.
Dallas patted him on the back and told him, go out and talk to him.
Way down south in Houston, Texas, baseball's come alive.
It has just that. There's pennant fever here in a great city. First of all, what's Durant, before he got to the mound, he'll talk to his catcher, Boone, and a lot of times they will do that.
So what game is this? Because I joined late.
Game 5 of the 1980 NLCS between the Phillies at the Astros at the Astrodome in Houston. The pennant is on the line.
Okay.
And the Phillies are leading the Astros 2-1 in the bottom of the 5th.
There's the strike. The youngster not thinking anything about the fan reaction right now. He's thinking about strike. 3-1. 1 out, 1 on. 2-1 Philadelphia. Bottom of the 5th. Runner go. Into the hole. Backhanded by Rose. And a great play.
Oh, wow.
All series. Just a great play. Instant.
Look at this. I mean,
Again and again. This one looks like it's going into right field. Had it, Cabell would have gone to third, but Rose with that stab. Look at it. Off his feet.
I mean,
The fact that he
Same
played
break that
third
Danny
base
Trio had
his
in the
whole
first
career.
inning. A great reaction by Rose. They
Man,
got
Great play by Pete Rose, and he did it on the hard AstroTurf. You know, Larry Bowa said that playing on that AstroTurf was like playing on the runway of an airport. And did you see Pete? He called off the pitcher before he even got up from the dive. And you're not going to believe this, guys, but in between games 4 and 5, there was actually a football game at the Astrodome. The kickoff for that football game between the Cougars and Texas A&M was at 12:33 in the morning because Game 4 was almost 4 hours long. And the football game ended at 2:41 a.m. in the morning.
That's a great anecdote about this series.
Yeah.
And when Uncle Doug comes back because he had to leave, we'll have to mention that too.
Right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Now, did you hear that little factoid?
I did. That was something else. I had no idea.
12:30 in the morning, this football game kicked off. So,
Oh! Oh, damn, he's out.
I thought his foot got in.
Listen to Howard Cosell.
Heads up ball and running the bases. He slowed down, coming from third to home. He was watching instead the play at first. There's Trio.
He pulls Rose
Throw
out.
is high.
Pete can't make the tag. Pete very alertly now coming to the plate.
That was a very good play by Pete Rose.
Enos Cabell on a
I'd like to know where his foot was when the tag hit him on the knee.
Watch Cabell.
He is looking over. Instead of running full out, he is looking over. He costs himself extra territory, certainly.
Yeah, he got him.
Thus, he got thrown
Yeah,
out.
he got him.
After 5 and 2 to
Boone had to wait for him.
After this word from our local station.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he was so... Pete Rose was so... You think Cabell scores on that ball if he runs full speed?
I think he was running fairly full speed. He just had his eye not on the plate. I don't think he let up.
And
He took a wide turn, though,
Yeah, he
and
did.
that cost him.
yeah, he
that's
did.
really
He did. And, you know, so the Phillies... So that was a great play by Pete Rose being so aware of Cabell not stopping at third. And another great job of Bob Boone blocking the plate. So the Phillies went down 1-2-3 in the top of the sixth. So we move ahead to the bottom of the sixth with Denny Walling leading off. Just let me get to it.
That Ken Forsch?
Oh, yes, it is.
That's the line score as we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. There's the Philadelphia bullpen on the right. Brewster on the left. Big Ron Reed. Astros bullpen. There's Fort. Ryan will be the fifth hitter this inning. And that is what Bill Burton is thinking about. Denny Walling to lead it off. He is 0 for 2. He's hit the ball hard twice. Trio made a fine play on him, and then McBride ran his drive down to right. 0-1.
Eric. So is this the different pitcher or the same one?
Same pitcher.
Take the bat. You try and hit that pitch. Breaking pitch a little low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Denny drove in the winning run. Here in the opening game at the Astrodome. 2 balls and a strike.
In this day and age, those would be
Get a
strikes.
base runner or 2, and this crowd will come alive again. They've been going wild even on a 3-ball count. But that young man, Marty Weissman, has stayed right there. To left field. The bull moving over. Can't get it. Rolling to second base, and he turns. He will hold right there. That ball.
That's the ball we all know and love defensively.
And it came off the top of the
Yeah.
glove.
That was Lazinski. As you mentioned earlier, Mom, Greg Lazinski, he could swing a hot bat, but as you mentioned earlier, he was never a Gold Glove left fielder.
Absolutely terrible. He's Kyle Schwarber.
Yes.
Look.
He overran the ball.
Yeah, he overran it.
The left-hander hitting it to the opposite
He clearly misplayed it.
Well, the Astros get a break. Yesterday it was Lonnie Smith in left field. Just then it was Luzinski. And they give Luzinski an error.
And if you guys noticed, I think the number on the wall behind him for left center field was 390 feet.
Yeah.
So those walls were a long way
Yeah,
away.
they were.
That's right, Manny Trio.
Dad, didn't you say?
Hey,
Yeah. Dad, didn't you say that they moved the fences in years later?
I don't know if they did or not. I don't think they did. I think they were as well.
Wow, the curveball high.
what are
Yeah,
they today?
Amy, nobody has walls as far away as they used to.
Really? Even
Yeah.
Boston?
They still have the 420 mark in right center field in Fenway.
Wow.
That's 80 pitches by Beister.
I can't believe they're doing a pitch count in 1980. I don't remember ever talking about pitch counts back then.
Exactly. That's no one cared about pitch counts back then. I mean, you just let the starter go until you knew for a fact that he was tired. These days, it's all about what?
Is it a requirement now?
No.
It's just strategic thinking.
Because usually they don't go more than 100, right?
Usually,
Not
yes.
anymore.
Inside, and the count goes to 2-1. You think that there aren't some stomachs churning in both dugouts and also sitting around in the stand. 2 balls a strike, nobody out. The tying run, second baseman, name of Denny Walden. Full foul. 2-2 the count. Dallas Green. Always surveying that entire field, checking out everything. Bullpen busy. Dallas, and that tells you what the Astros want as they get up to chant, we want to hit.
Well, they need a hit to tie it.
No pressure.
Yep.
Jeez.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Bounce foul. Well, now, Art Howell is just for himself now. He's got to try and stay alive as you look at the Houston dugout. Vern Rule, yesterday's pitcher, Joe Morgan. Look at Morgan on the steps. He and Petey Rose, in a way, are replicas each of the other.
4-2.
Indomitable. The infield, outfield, and out straight away for Howell. Luzinski very deep in left field. That's the storyline. Pop foul, right side. Rose over to take a look. He'll run out of room. Out of play. Two and two the count. The man that's had himself quite a championship series. There's Merv Surratt as you look in. Dallas Green, the taller of the three. His lieutenant, Bobby Wine, right alongside. Bobby Wine, who almost went crazy yesterday on that triple play that became a double play. There was a lot of people that almost went crazy. Now Booney trying to settle Bystrom down. Hey, let's have an idea what we want to do right here. The first rookie. Yep. And he has lived dangerously, but he has escaped. Only 36 innings of Major League Baseball before this start tonight. The fans again come to their feet.
Oh, jeez.
Jammed him. Mike Schmidt has a play. He will go to Rose. They hold the runner at second base.
Huge out.
Marvelous pitch. Howell could do nothing with it. He never hit it to right field. He never advanced the runner. Burton disdained the bunt. There could be some talk about that depending on the flow of events. Here it is again. Look at that fastball tail in on him, and Howell just fighting it off of him, trying to towel, and now Cadillac Ashby will come to the plate.
There's Alan Ashby pinch hitting for Luis Pujols.
How they have missed Ashby. They haven't missed him as much behind the plate.
As I texted on the group chat, Alan Ashby will be going into the Astros Hall of Fame this year.
But they sure missed him.
And Uncle Doug, you've told me how much you disagree with Alan Ashby going into the Astros Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah, without looking at the stats, I just don't think of him. I don't remember him as that type of player.
Do you see what what I just did?
What?
I thought this was my chapstick.
Wait, your face is frozen, so I didn't see it.
Do you see my face?
Hang on, it's coming up.
Walling remaining at second base. Curveball for the strike, and the count evens at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, and it's 2-1 Philadelphia in the bottom of the 6th inning. The tying run at second base and Denny Walling.
Oh, it's failed to start camera again, DD.
How's that?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, because I thought it was my chapstick. It was my daughter's black face sun stuff.
Oh my God, you look like a goth chick.
I put it on my lips because I thought it was my chapstick. Can I? Yes, I just put the under eye stuff on my lips.
Under eye stuff.
It was eyes. Selena, does it look like I did it on purpose? Why is it here?
Here it comes.
And yes, you can use it.
Now, that was a great throw by Maddox and a great slide by Denny Walling. That was Ashby's first hit of the series, and boy, did he save the right time to get it or what. What helped was look at the way Denny Walling rounded third base. That was the exact opposite of Cabell. Look at Walling. You'd think he was zooming past Austin or something. That's why he was just barely able to score along with that great slide. Great base running, great turn, and great job sliding through the leg of Boone as Boone is blocking the plate. 3 plays at the plate. Look at this. Look at that. 3 plays at the plate. All Astros base runners. First time the runner is safe.
Coach can help you so much by getting in position as you see the throw come. And you couldn't draw a straighter line from Gary Maddox to Bob Boone.
Okay now. So. Now, with the score tied at 2, Warren Brewster comes in to relieve Marty Bystrom and gets the next 2 batters. We're going to move ahead to the top of the 7th, where we'll continue to watch Nolan Ryan do his thing before the Astros appear to put the game out of reach in the bottom of the 7th. Give me a minute to get to the starting point. Lost you what?
We lost you, honey, because Daddy was heating up his food, and the microwave interferes with the word.
Okay. Well, anyways, so now with the score tied at 2, Warren Brewster comes in to relieve Marty Bystrom and gets the next 2 batters. We're going to move ahead to the top of the 10th, where we'll continue to watch Nolan Ryan do his thing before the Astros appear to put the game out of reach in the bottom of the 7th.
There's the new catcher, Keith. Alan Ashby is going to be
Alan Ashby stays in the game.
Rib problem. How it's going to affect his throwing. He has an excellent arm. So we get ready to go to the 7th inning of play. And Don Drysdale with Howard Cosell and Keith Jackson, and another wild one here at the 8th wonder of the world. We have seen something from the Astrodome. And to the 7th, once again, here's Keith. Okay, Big D, and we're looking at the bull, Greg Luzinski.
Has struck out at least once in each of his last 18 starts. You're right, Mom. He is Dave Kingman.
Trio to follow, then Maddox. And Nolan Ryan starts in the turn, strike one.
Yup.
Did you hear me?
Ryan struck out Luzinski looking both times tonight.
I said
and
yes.
both times on a breaking pitch. Rolls that one to the right side, in the hole, right field, base hit for the Bull.
Well, you said you guys lost me there a little bit. Did you see that Denny Walling scored the tying run on that base hit by Alan Ashby?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And you think I got all the facts straight on that play? Tell me your opinion about it. Tell me what all of you think about it.
Wait, what did you say, son?
Tell me what you think about that play. Give me your opinion about it.
Which play?
When Walling scored, oh, there's Lonnie Smith going in to run for Luzinski.
Lonnie.
Yeah.
Tough cookie throughout this championship
Now,
series.
what was I saying? Oh, yeah. That play where Denny Walling scored the tying run on that base hit by Alan Ashby. Did I get all the facts straight, and give me your take on it?
Take is Alan Ashby's put in?
Yeah, Alan Ashby remained in the game. He's now behind the plate. And give me your take on...
I forgot he was the catcher.
Yeah. And give me your take on that play at the plate, you know, where Alan Ashby got the hit and Denny Walling scored the tying run. Did I get all the facts straight, and give me your take on it?
You got the back straight. It was a great play at the plate.
Yeah.
Slides up the bat handle, and it's a strike on the outside corner. Boy, he had something on that trio. Now, once again, he's going to check with his third base coach, Lee Healy. And he had Cabell shaking hands with him at third, and Howe the same way at first. There's Lee. Smith still not on the run. Now he's creeping out, trying to hook his lead foot on the carpet. The bunt is put down, foul on the first base side.
It used to be when the Astrodome was first built and you came in here, you could stand at home plate and you could roll a ball a few inches inside the line down at third, a few inches inside the line down at first as you look at Dallas Green. You know that ball would end up halfway between the mound and the line. And that's how much it was tilted.
Well, groundkeepers will tail the ballparks. Kansas City ballpark is tailed by one of the smartest groundkeepers in baseball.
Two-strike pitch right here. Hit in the air to center field. Moves on his horse. Now he waits for it. One out. Runner remains at first.
Lonnie Smith had thoughts about going to second base, but what stopped him from going to second base is he saw the flight of the ball. The ball was hit pretty good. He got just about halfway to second base, and then he thought, well, I'm going to go back and tag. Well, then it's too late. By the time he got back to the bag, Poole had made the catch, and he's got a gun on him. He just rifled a strike to second base.
Well, he might have had to take the bus back if he'd have tried to go to second.
Well, the thing, if he got back quicker, Keith, the thing that would have made it possibly a probable play is that Poole was going away from the play.
Hard shot at third. Cabell one. Morgan to first. Two.
What a play by Morgan. Once again on the turnover, Lonnie Smith was trying to tear a leg off of him. And look at it one more time. Ryan, with that ground ball, one hopper to Cabell. He doesn't give it to Morgan real hard, but look at Smith.
Watch the bounce at first. Howe scoops and gets him. And we're all even in the dome. Larry Christensen.
So, as part of a double switch, as you'll see, Greg Gross is now playing left field, and Larry Christensen is on the mound.
And in that game, he pitched 6 innings, gave up only 3 hits, walked 4. Greg Gross Houston batting order in the bottom of the 7th inning. Poole, DeBell, Morgan.
Here comes Terry Poole.
First, Philadelphia 2 runs in the top of the 2nd. Houston answers in the bottom of the 6th. Ryan gets Philadelphia top of the 7th, and now Poole is up 2 for 3.
Another guy who killed the Mets.
Pitch is inside, 4-1. Going to be interesting to see the sharpness of Larry Christensen.
And good numbers against Christensen, too.
This is a risky move by Dallas Green.
Larry went 6 innings. Now we'll take another peek at that last pitch. That got a piece of Eddie Vargo. Off of the glove, up. Appears it got Vargo on the right arm. He's going down.
Alex, I'm listening. I just have to go to the kitchen.
Oh, that's okay.
The other senior member of this umpiring crew coming down from right field, down the right field line. Yesterday's home plate umpire, Doug Harvey.
Don't worry. I'll skip through that part. Okay.
Well, he's going to gut it out. Oh, yeah, you won't get him out of there. Christensen ready, works to Poole, and the pitch is low inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Right field, base hit, Poole. He's 3 out of 4.
He has been simply amazing in this series. We haven't been able to keep him off the base.
The Phillies just could not get him out.
No. Alex, who's pitching there?
Larry Christensen.
Oh,
This
yeah, I
is the man
remember.
who's been having problems, Donald, with men on base. Let's see how Burton plays this.
Well, getting back to Terry Poole, said yesterday that there's a youngster that just gets better and better and better and better. He's got 300 next year. Oh, boy.
Oh, sure. All relates, when you heard the admiration, Keith, with which the Reds spoke of him before the game today. All relates to his strength buildup, his determination to get his body up to maximum physical condition.
DeBell, not considered a good punter. This one's a dandy. And Rose has to pick it up.
That was a wise move to have Cabell bunt.
I love Keith Jackson. This one's a dandy.
Dandy.
And they've got the man up, they
Dandy.
want up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
This one's a dandy.
Poole at second and Morgan up.
Little Joe was robbed by Little Pete the last time up. Little Joe hit one
Little Joe and Little Pete.
that appeared that it might go out. If anything can go out of this Astrodome,
Right here, if you're Larry Christensen, you've got to say to yourself, I don't know who I want to try and beat me, Morgan or Cruz, but I'm going to pitch Morgan awfully careful because I still have first base open. He gets his fastball on the outside corner for a strike. You're not getting an out if you do pitch around him with Cruz. Out of the way, and Christensen's out on top, 2 strikes. Boy, here's where you got to try and come up with your #1 best Sunday pitch.
I don't know what else.
Not necessarily on this particular pitch, but you've got to count 0-2, and you've got a chance to really work on it now for a couple of pitches.
I love Joe Morgan.
Schmidt over, cuts it off, chases the runner back, throws out Morgan. 2 down.
Well, you saw Joe try to go to the opposite field.
Well, he pitched him away, and the thing that enabled Schmidt to get to the ball was in the infield and the outfield for Morgan. They claimed the pull, so consequently,
Whoa.
when they do that, Schmidt's going to be off the line.
Now this, I said earlier that we had the exactly opposite pattern. From what we
That's a
had
smart
in the
move to
games of the
walk Jose Cruz to pitch to Denny Walling, because Walling hasn't had a hit in this series, and you're certainly not going to let Cruz beat you.
Walling in the ball game. Remember, he's the fella that hit that slicing liner that Luzinski overran and couldn't flag down for a two-base error. That's the fourth intentional pass.
Shit. That was good.
Second base, he now has 9 hits in this championship series.
I bet they can't do that anymore.
I'm sure they
Now
can.
all they do
Here's Denny
All they
Walling.
do is put up 4 fingers, and the guy goes to first base. They don't have to throw him.
Well,
That's
the
right.
series can even out all kinds of things when you start to go into it and you look at teams on record and on paper. With 2 out, Walling, time crawl, Fromming rhyming in from left
So,
field, calling time.
not a hit in this series, not a hit against Christensen. Doesn't look like he could get a hit, now does he?
He took off yelling with both arms over his head, and he took off like that. He kept charging in from left field. He thought someone was chasing him. Whatever it was has been removed, and now we're ready. Christensen to Walling. Hit the right field, base hit. Here comes Poole.
Oh, wow.
And the throw through is all the way through. And Cruz goes to third. Astros get the lead.
I said it was a gambling move on Dallas Green's part to put Larry Christensen in. He had worked hard.
Now, would you have done that? Would you have walked Cruz?
There's a fastball out of
Well,
play. This ball
like I said, it was a wise move. It just, you know, it was just a wise move that Walling made them pay
Didn't
for.
work.
It's a strong throw. Look at the decoy by Rose, but to no avail. The runner goes from first to third. Cruz at first base is Walling, and it's 3-2 Houston. Here's Cruz, who checked over his shoulder to see where the throw was going. When he saw it going toward the plate, he just kept right on ripping it to third.
There is no containing this crowd now.
The batter is Art Howe.
But remember yesterday, and the Phillies 8th.
Bounces, gets away from Boone. Cruz coming to the plate. Score! What a big run this is. Here's a sinker and appeared down in the dirt. He tried to get on top. Booney had hit the plate and could not make it.
Oh, and like Alan Ashby, Denny Walling saved the perfect time to get his first hit of the series.
And what a play and what a run. Here comes Cruz one more time, striding right down the line. He's not going anywhere except as quickly as he can to home plate. Christensen coming in to cover. The throw not nearly in time. And a big, big run for the Astros. Walling at second base and Dallas Green to the mound. Wild pitch, allowing the run to cross.
And the pitching change will now be made. The gamble with Christensen did not pay off.
So
Wow.
Ron Reed,
You know, say what you
to
want about
relieve
Howard
while he
Purcell,
warms up. Let us take this time out.
but
4-2
there was
Astros.
no one like
The
Howard
fourth
Purcell.
Philadelphia pitcher, Reed in to pitch to Howe.
I mean,
The ball to right center field. It's in the gap.
woo!
Going to the wall. Here comes Walling to the plate. Here goes Howe around third, and he'll hold there.
Yesterday, I remarked that this team reminded me of the Mets of 1969. Today, Joe Morgan said before the game,
Did he really just say that?
yesterday will give us
I know, Mom.
we're the kind of team that responds
Oh,
to
that
pressure.
was my
We
heart.
seem to need it. We've been the same way all year long.
Here we look at it again as Ron Reed gets a pitch up
But
over the plate.
again,
And Howe
no
drives it
one
deep to
like
the
Howard
right
Purcell
away from
ever.
Maddox. And by the time Maddox and
I mean, he was so dramatic, but not in a corny way. He just,
What year did he die?
I think it was the 90s.
but, oh, he lived to the 90s?
Yeah.
Landeskog working in the bullpen. You can expect him to come in for defensive purposes for Joe Morgan.
I mean, you can't hate the man. He was
Houston
great.
jumped on him for 3 in the bottom of the 7th. to lead 5-2.
Here is the man who is a pinch hitter, tied it up.
He died in 95.
That's a strike to Alan Ashby.
Oh, okay. How old was he when he passed?
77.
Well, if you plan on coming to Houston, don't do it right away because they're going to have a party down here unless something terribly dramatic happens on the part of the Phillies. There's the pitch, 1-2. Oh, there's another good play by Bob Boone. He's battling back there now. There's Bergman at third. That's the runner, the pitch runner for Art Howe. Dave Bergman, he'll probably stay and play first.
And Alex, I looked up his numbers. Yeah, I stick with what I say. He to me is not. He wasn't a great catcher, just average, all the way around average.
The inning is over. But three big runs for the Astros.
Where's the source button? On your left hand? No.
And we'll be back with more.
You're on HDMI 3.
Championship series between the Phillies and Astros after this word from our local station.
All right, guys. Run. Alex, I'll check the rest of it later, okay?
Okay.
Bye, Dad. Good to see you.
I'll see you later, Uncle Doug.
Good to see you.
Bye, guys. Bye, TT Amy.
Bye.
All right.
Bye, honey.
So, yeah,
How long we got, bro?
yeah, we were just getting to the good part now. It looks like Houston's got this in the bag. But then again, the Phillies came back the previous game, but the odds are still stacked against them. On MLB's 20 greatest games to prove a point, MLB Network did some research to explain how rare it is to come back in this situation. Listen very carefully.
Over the course of his career, when Nolan Ryan had a lead and he pitched 7 innings or more, his record was 241-5, and his teams, if he was not involved in the decision, 252-12. But it gets better because if he had a lead of 3 runs or more, which he does here, it's 5-2, and he pitched at least 7 innings, he, in the regular season, was 153-0. His teams were 156-2. Statistically,
are you shitting me?
I'm glad I didn't know that stat.
Can you add that all up?
Right?
Add that all up together, and that's 802 and 19. So the chances of the
Crazy.
Say hi to Brink. She's watching.
Hi, Brink. The chances of the Phillies coming back from this are 0.0236%. So statistically, it's almost impossible for the Phillies to come back. But the key word there is almost. Now, Larry Boa is due to lead off before the inning started. He was getting his batting gloves on, and Pete Rose came up to him and said, "If you get on, we're going to score some runs." When Larry Boa asked if he wanted him to take a strike, Pete said, "Yeah, I want you to take a strike. You're not a home run hitter." Now, Nolan Ryan was a very good postseason pitcher. His whip in the postseason was under 1, but he was also very unlucky in the postseason as well. His teams were 2-5 when he started in the postseason, but his ERA was 3.07. Anyways, here we go. Rafael Landistoi is now playing second base in place of Joe Morgan.
Landistoi at second base, and Dave Bergman is over at first base with Howe and Morgan leaving.
And Dave Bergman is now playing first base in place of Art Howe.
And the score is 5-2 right now?
That's right.
Let's see if there's any comeback now left in the Phils. They have to do it against one of the great pitchers, regardless of his 11-10 season.
Bottom of the order, Boa, Boone, and Gross. And he's low.
What inning is it?
Top of the 8th.
Ryan starting this inning. Keaton has thrown 95 pitches. That was the same as he threw in game number 2. There's a strike. You don't give this big mound a lead going into the 8th or 9th inning because he's held that lead well over 100 times in his career. That's a little looper, and it's past Reynolds, and Boa's on with a single.
Now, the way this series has gone, you can expect
prophetic.
There's a lot of heart out there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people.
And you just heard the stat I just showed you.
Joe Sambito trots out behind him, and he'll be followed by somebody else, probably Dave Smith, or is that who that's going down? It's Force. Yeah, that's right. Force. Here's Boone. With the ball
This is a
on
key
first.
play right here.
Off the pitcher's glove. There'll be no play.
That's the break they needed to keep this thing going.
Maybe he should have just let it go, but it's a reaction play.
That's got to be a double play.
If he feels that ball, it's a double play.
First base side, but it's right there, but it was behind him just a little bit. His body was turned around. He was not in position, and then could not make the play.
How does it go on and on this way?
All right, here's Gross coming up now. And Gross, been in 3 games. This is where Dallas made that double switch. Now you've got Gross hitting in the 9th spot.
Now you see where he made an anticipatory move that works out.
That's Forge, the right-hander, and Sambito, the left-hander. 2 on, nobody out. Top of the 8th inning. The bunt down the third base line.
Perfect bunt.
Got no start on it at all, and Ryan can't make the play. Cabell was
Greg Gross had only 2 bunt base hits his whole career as a pinch hitter. That's what makes him bunting in that situation so shocking. It's probably why Enos Cabell had no jump on the ball at all. He's probably caught completely off guard.
Plus, it hit the dirt first, so it slowed it down before it got on the carpet.
That's right.
at third. Boa. At second, Boone. And at first, Gross. And tomorrow, the first base coach running all the way out to second to talk to Boone. Now he comes back. And here's Mr. Trouble, Pete Rose.
The Phillies, who have never won a championship series. If they lose now, nobody can call them chokers. Nobody can call them quitters. They don't knuckle under.
Did they lose twice in the late 70s?
3 times in a row.
Nobody out, the bases full. Ryan's pitch.
Reds and Dodgers?
Yeah. Reds 76, Dodgers 77, and again in 78. This is one of the greatest at-bats of Pete Rose's career. You know, Pete faced Nolan Ryan 91 times in his career, as you see Tug McGraw. His on-base percentage against Ryan was .440. Is that incredible?
Wow.
That's what I was saying before.
Against Nolan Ryan, wow.
Yeah.
Tug McGraw, Tim McGraw's daddy.
That's right.
Perfect bunt. Cabell was totally dead at third, could make no play. Ryan didn't have time to get to it. That's how the bases got loaded. And it's high. 2-1. 99-mile-an-hour fastball on the Judge gun.
99.
So they do have the pitch count because they just said 99 mile an hour.
Not a pitch count.
That's the
a
radar
Not
gun.
a pitch count, I mean a radar, I'm sorry.
They did. They just didn't show it on the TV screen.
That's right.
Big break off third by Bohr. Pitch to Rose. Foul back. 2-2. Boy, Larry Bohr came
That's
30
crazy.
down the line.
Selena hits a 40-mile-an-hour ball.
3 runs behind, and the bases loaded. The tie
This is
goes to
2.5
Bohr.
times that.
Quickly, they fill the
I know.
Here's Boa, watch this. What Donald
Ryan goes into his windup. 2-2 to Rose. Close.
Yes, ma'am.
Ball 3-2. Well, you think this guy doesn't make you work?
No outs.
Nothing but trouble ahead. McBride. There are the Astros. Burton still the expression unchanged.
So, Amy, does your company get any World Cup tickets?
Dude, do you want to laugh? One of my coworkers posted in the New York chat that he was selling tickets.
No.
4 tickets, I think in the 100 section,
They did that.
$1,700 a piece.
Yeah, that's what they're going for.
It's crazy. It is ridiculous. And they're charging $150 one way to take the train. parking is $200.
That's outside ball four. Forces any run. 5-3 ball game.
You're better off just having a friend drop you off and you walk in.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, because even the Ubers are going to be
Bases
ridiculous.
still loaded. Nobody out. Base runners are now.
Yeah, $1,700 a ticket.
And he'll get it.
Ryan would like to have
$1,750 actually is what he was selling them for.
Was the key to
How long has he had him on the market?
He put them on our chat Friday.
Yeah, he'll sell them.
So Joe Sambito is coming in to pitch, and Keith Moreland is going to pinch hit for Bake McBride.
And the
But
funny,
Ryan is responsible for all the batters on the plates, right?
yeah. The funny thing is, though, on top of that, Amy, is you don't get to pick what game you go to as far as teams.
Correct.
It's who's ever playing.
You know, right now he's a little bit dejected.
I'm in the lottery for the 2028 Olympics, by the way.
Yeah, I want to go to that.
You do?
Yeah.
The bases are loaded.
Well, I can get up to 12 tickets total.
Now 5-3. You have
So we're gonna, if you're interested, because I am gonna buy all the tickets,
Yeah, I'm in.
but they're expensive.
Yeah. Is it to the opening ceremonies or is it to something else?
He will not hit.
No, I wasn't gonna do the opening and I wasn't gonna do the closing. We were gonna do the gymnastics was super expensive. It was $1,000 a ticket.
Jesus.
You think little
Yeah, it was stupid.
you think little Selena could do gymnastics?
No, it's too hard on a body. She's happy with her martial arts and her softball.
How about basketball? What are the tickets going for?
So we were looking at. Well, the problem was we wanted to do softball, but softball is in Oklahoma. But in LA we were gonna do taekwondo, track and field, taekwondo, track and field, gymnastics, equestrian. So I'll let you know because we were gonna stack rank what we wanted to see. And because it's 12 tickets maximum for the total of the Olympics. So if there's 4 people, then that's 3 events that we could see.
And you all have to go to the same event?
No, not at all.
Because I'd probably like to go to a basketball game if possible.
Really? Oh, beach volleyball. That was the other one that we were going to do. But if you're interested, call me. I'll show you the spreadsheet. Or maybe I'll take my computer on Sunday and I'll show you because I did a whole spreadsheet.
How come you chose not to do these
You also
opening
have the
ceremonies?
times and the days of stuff.
How come you chose not to do the opening ceremonies?
Because I just didn't want to waste a ticket on the opening ceremony. I'd rather see a sport. The only thing that they'll allow you to not use as a part of your 12 tickets is soccer.
Why not?
Soccer was separate. You can get separate tickets for soccer. That's not a part of your 12. But you're only allowed, you can only buy a maximum of 12 tickets for the entire Olympics, and that includes opening and closing ceremonies.
And what about the baseball? Where are they doing baseball?
Oklahoma.
No, that's softball.
Both are in Oklahoma.
What?
Both are in Oklahoma. I think it's Oklahoma or Utah. It's either Salt Lake or Oklahoma. No, it's Oklahoma City, OKC.
They're doing baseball there too? Because they're talking about doing major leaguers for baseball.
Oh, that would be very cool.
Single off the pitcher's glove by Boone. The bunt single by Gross. The walk to Rose.
I'll take my computer and I'll show you on Sunday.
Second baseman.
So
By the way, is
softball,
Daddy but
So
too early.
softball and
No,
baseball are separate tickets like soccer probably then.
You know, if that ball was hit,
no.
you know, if that ball was hit any harder, they could have had a double play.
Alex.
The base runners there. They wiped out.
I don't know. It was at an angle, Alex. It was like a weird angle. I don't know if he could have turned it.
Available for Bill Burton, so we'll see who gets the call. It may well be Force as he comes.
Now Bill Vernon's gonna go to Ken Force to pitch to Mike Schmidt.
Rose wiped out.
Wow, 5-4.
And Ramon Aviles is gonna pinch run for Keith Moreland at first base.
Pete Rose was wiped out on the
Del Unser is on deck to bat for Ron Reed.
standing over at third right now, Keith, and they will go, it appears, they'll go to Force. He's been there the longest. He's been throwing a couple of times, so Sambito, he does his job to get his man. He gets the one out, but now the Phillies all of a sudden, they come back to draw within one.
You know, the Phillies in this inning so far
There he is.
have scored 2 runs, 2 outs, and they haven't hit the ball hard once in this inning so far.
I'm not sure, I didn't check lately what Mr. O did over in Japan, but as far as Major League Baseball is concerned, Mike Schmidt had 48 home runs this year. And that
Schmidt just had such a rough series.
Beating a fly ball.
He only had one RBI.
They thirsted for one and they couldn't
Up until
get
now.
one. They must have it now, at least. It would be better, sure.
Look at that.
Now we're back to that all-important inning that so many people have talked about. When your team scores, if you can go back out and hold it.
Still
We're going
5-2.
to get a pinch runner at
5-4.
Also for the Philadelphia Phillies. Ramon Aviles. Aviles in for Moreland at first. Rose at third. The world is watching Mike Schmidt right now as Ken Force warms up. The third Houston pitcher.
See, all this is dead end.
And to recap, Estrada
Well,
the eighth
he's
inning.
just warming up, so
Single over the shortstop. Boone, a scratch off the pitcher's glove. Perfect bunt by Gross for a single. Rose walked, a run scored. Fielder's choice.
all those little things led to 2 big runs.
Another run scored. Boone from third base. And we are at
Such little things can always get so much stronger to big
in the
things.
pitcher's spot.
Lisa, can you hear me?
Getty Force has got the
I don't think she's on anymore.
one out. Runners at the corner. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Larry Boas said he thinks that Mike Schmidt was just trying too hard.
Unbelievable. I've never seen 3 baseball games like this last week. I can't remember when I've seen this kind of a series. The last 3 have just been incredible. Strike through. Now Force can work with him. Oh, if he gets Schmidt, they'll blow the roof off this place.
They sure will.
Gotta get under something protective. He's got a tough cookie in that on-deck circle, though, and Dale loves it. He does. But he gets Schmidt, he's got 2 out.
Great pitch by Ken Force to get Mike Schmidt. And on 3 pitches.
Second row behind.
It's been that kind of series for him, striking out on 3 pitches with runners on first and second.
Hard to believe, isn't it? It is hard to believe.
There are no words needed for that picture of Mike Schmidt.
Look at this pitch.
Boy, that pitch was just unbelievable. Right there.
That's a perfect pitch. And it was a
Wow.
strike.
Here
And
is
it was a
Oscar now
strike.
with 2 out
Yeah.
and the tying run at third. The
This is a good contact hitter.
It's a base hit to right center, and we're tied at 5.
Wow.
Around the third goes the base runner. That's Aviles running in place of Moreland. And now the Phillies have the go-ahead run at third.
Well, if ever a team has proved itself to have courage, if ever a team has answered every knock that it took, same old Phillies, huh? This team has done it. People of Philadelphia can feel proud of it, win or lose. Comeback yesterday, this incredible comeback now.
Now Manny Trio is at the plate with the go-ahead run on third.
Kobe.
Yep.
Stop. Stop.
Talking to Selena or Kobe?
You're talking to Kobe. You don't hear him barking his head off?
Thank God, no.
Just sitting back and thinking how they've been pitching Trio in this particular series. They have not made him hit the breaking pitch whatsoever. They've tried to stay with a fastball on him. Curveball down the left field line, base hit, going to the corner. Run scores from third. Phillies get the lead. Ball's loose, hit the corner. Here
That's
comes
crazy.
another one around the turn and banging into the plate and over to third goes Manny Trio as Gross came all
Look
the
at the
way
Phillies.
The Phillies have scored 5 runs in the 8th inning.
It's one of the greatest comebacks you will ever see in baseball.
You bet it
In
is.
a park that is harder to score runs in than any other park in Major League Baseball. Starting the inning against one of baseball's greatest pitchers, Nolan Ryan. Never giving up.
Manny Trio, 2 singles and a triple in the game tonight. Well, let's take another look at it. There's a breaking pitch. He hung it inside, and Trio just hits it right down the line. That's 1 run scoring. The tying run, Aviles. They say kick the bat out of there. The ball
That's
gets
crazy.
behind the left
Sure
field.
is.
It goes all the way to the corner. And by the time they move it back in, they put the appeal play on. And the third base umpire, that is Terry Tate, says no. But by the time they got it all back in the dust, it said a Lunzer had scored. And here comes Billy Burton one more time. Frank LaCourte has been in the bullpen.
Is it changing the pitcher?
I don't think so.
Zambito was not able to do it. Ryan seemingly had everything in the palm of his hand with a 5-2 lead going to the top of the 8th inning.
That certainly shut the Houston crowd up, don't you think?
For now.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
it sure is.
Mike Schmidt, the home run king, with an absolutely perfect pitch. Then
Alex.
Del Unson simply meeting the ball.
It's not charging?
Hands over, pulling it to right for a single. And now this from Trio.
Burton leaves fourth. Score is now Philadelphia 7 and Houston 5. There's the ball. He's
That's
going
crazy.
interchange. He's got his
Sure is.
jersey on. He's back out rooting Steve Carlton right alongside. The batter is Maddox. Swings and misses. Strike 1. They've got 2 out, but Trio's at third. There was a picture from our vantage point here shooting down to that Philly dugout. It's just like a row of jaybirds kind of sitting out there watching what's going on. Maddox fouls it away for strike 2. Every pitch they move up to the bar. After every pitch they move back. They walk around. Then they find another hole. They go back up and take another view. Now watch them. Hit in the air and sailing back out
How
of
many
play.
outs? 2?
2.
On the right side. This is a big inning, Keith. With 9 men have come to the plate. I think this is the biggest inning we've had.
Meantime, Houston with 2 turns at bat left are now without Howe and Joe Morton.
Two-strike pitch to Maddox. Hit in the air to center field for Terry Poole. That should do it. But the Phillies bet around against Nolan, Zambito, and Porsche. And they score 5 runs.
That's crazy.
Exactly. Hey, what happened to Mom?
He probably went to sleep.
Tug McGraw
Yeah,
is
she
on the
was eating
mound
dinner.
for the Phillies. He's been in all 5 of the championship games. Tug McGraw.
That's why I left out.
Ellinger has gone to play right field. Tug is the first, as you see, to appear in all 5 in a playoff series. Here's Hunter.
So these games can go 2 hours.
Is in shock.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Astros are in shock, and many millions of you are in shock.
I'm sure you're in shock, DT.
I really am, actually.
Yeah.
After all those, especially after all those Nolan Ryan stats.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
And as you can see, as part of another double switch, Greg Gross is staying in the game and left. So is Del Unser. And Tug McGraw is coming in for a potential 2-inning save. Now that year, Tug's ERA was 1.46, but the Phillies used him way too much in this postseason. I mean, you know, in 73 when he was with the Mets used him a lot too. In the 73 World Series against the A's in Game 2, he pitched 6 innings. 6! In this series, Tug was totally out of gas and didn't have too many bullets left in the tank. I mean, as Keith Jackson just said at the beginning of the inning, the crowd got real quiet, and you really can't blame them. This wasn't supposed to be happening, but it was. And, of course, they wouldn't be quiet for long, as Dad said. Tug pitched in every game in this series. He pitched 2 shutout innings in Game 1, an inning in Game 2. In Game 3, he pitched 3 innings, 51 pitches in that game. Imagine that. And before pitching 1 inning to close out Game 4, and now here he is coming in for a potential 2-inning save.
Was that typical back then, though?
I would assume, yeah.
Because now your closers don't do more than what, 2 innings?
Never these days. Never these days.
Well, yeah.
They had a 5-2 lead, but all of a sudden it rolled over to the Philly dugout. They picked it up. The Astros, you can't say they're out of it. They've got 2 more whacks at them. We've seen funnier things happen.
Go wash your hands.
Pitch to Reynolds, leadoff hitter. Broken back,
Broken back.
That ground ball was too slow for even Trio to get him.
Yeah. And it was just a bad angle.
It's also a broken bat.
A bat right there and just breaking it in half. And again, that old story that you hear in this game, having eyes. McGraw looking at the barrel.
You know that bat almost hit McGraw?
It did. The bat went almost as far as the ball.
Yeah.
Hey, Eddie, did you decide if we were going to brunch or if Daddy was cooking?
I haven't even thought about it, Amy. I had a lot of stuff on my plate.
So here,
I'm not gonna be able to call. I'm not gonna be able to call around until Monday. So.
here comes Gary Woods pinch hitting for Ken Forsch.
0 for 2 against McGraw. McGraw struck him out 1 time.
Sorry?
Strike.
It's fine. Oh, can you hand me a water I took out? Turn the light on over the stove. If I didn't take it out, then take it out of the top shelf of the refrigerator, but I thought I did.
Well, he's got a good swing. It's not a big...
If I didn't, then it's in the refrigerator. Grab me a water, top shelf.
Compact swing, not a big hitch to it
Thank
or
you.
anything like that.
Yeah, that's fine. Dasani?
Ball to get the ball that got loose out of the bullpen.
No clue.
The face of a warrior right there.
Thank you. Selena, this is Tim McGraw's dad. Tim McGraw's dad is pitching.
Why is Tim McGraw's dad pitching?
Because he was a very good major league pitcher back in the
That's-
day.
That's right, little
Why is
Selena.
Tim McGraw playing baseball?
He did, actually. I think he did in college. I think Tim McGraw played baseball in college.
Tim McGraw played baseball.
But
I didn't know that.
he had to live up to his father's reputation.
I get why you quit.
I'm just saying.
I get why you quit.
You know, for the first part of his life, Tim McGraw had no idea that Tug was his father.
Well, that's right. I forgot about that. That's right.
But
Yeah.
his jersey literally says McGraw.
But he didn't know that was his father.
How do you not know it's your father?
Well, probably because Tug McGraw, I think, divorced his wife before Tim was born, and Tim actually thought that his stepfather was his real father.
Is that why he played baseball in college?
He found out when he was an adult. Almost 17.
That's why he played baseball in college?
Base hit. Do
I-
not even tell me that the Astros come back and win this game.
We're not going to tell you.
We're not going to tell you.
That is crazy. So the Astros were winning 5-2 in the 8th inning.
Oh gosh, I know where this is going.
The Phillies came back, and the score is now 7-5. And this is the bottom of the 8th or the 9th?
Eighth.
Base runners are now Reynolds over at
This is
third.
the bottom of the 8th.
Poole at
They have
first.
one more inning.
Terry has
Well,
10
but my
hits in
point
the
is
series.
that
That's
they
the most
were
ever.
winning
Your record,
5-2. Now they're losing 7-5 because the Phillies scored 5 runs in the 8th inning. But now the tying run is on first base, and you've got a runner on first and third. Are you hot? Because I don't know whether to put the heat on or the air on. That's my problem with it. 1 minute it's hot, the next minute it's cold. It's ridiculous. It's 56 degrees right now.
His ability to maneuver.
Sweat it.
There's no Cedeno.
Put shorts on.
Everyone's way colder.
Yeah, I'm doing this good. That's why.
Why do you know it's really cold?
That's why I put the heat on.
So, little Selena, your birthday's coming up. How old are you going to be this year?
11.
I thought so, little Selena. Big girl now.
Maybe I'm not.
You can see us, right, Alex?
Over the top of your head, Amy.
Yeah, you're frozen again.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Might be here.
Oof. No. There we go.
Because even you're
I'm the
frozen.
double once.
There you go.
Why do players pick the numbers that they have? Why 45?
I think they're given numbers. I don't think they're picked.
I go to pick my
Do
job.
you know that, Alex?
They
Do
can pick,
baseball
some of
players
them
get to
pick
pick
their
their
own.
number?
They try to pick their number as long as the number's available.
That's right.
And most of them pick the number because it's a number they've had since Little League.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do number 15 because it's my birthday.
Selena's 15.
I'm either 15, 5, or the age I'm turning. Like, I'm either 5, 15.
Except not to this team. This team were 4.
Like, if I get to choose, I choose 5. If I can't get 15, I'll choose 5. I'll choose probably 5. But if I can't have 5 or 15, I'd probably choose 11. Because it's the most one. And I kind of like that.
See, this is dead air.
I know.
This is, you can't have games going 3 hours, Alex. You lose people.
I get it.
I know, you keep saying you get it, but you keep doing it.
What was that kid?
I think maybe it's just like typical.
It doesn't.
The Phillies and Astros got to stop losing their balls in the bullpen. That's ridiculous.
Mike Schmidt way down the line, back in third. Strike 3.
Strike. That was a good pitch.
2 strikes. I mean, 2 outs.
Some boo birds.
Yeah, they should be booing Cabell because he hasn't done well in this game.
And getting two people like Woods, and now Cabell on call third strike. Boy, that's when you really feel like you've been cheated, when you called out and not go down swinging. Here's Landistor now with 2 out. 7-5.
Landistor came in for Morgan.
The Phillies scored 5 times in the top of the 8th.
You can't second
With a
guess
125,
Burton
yeah.
being down to Landistor, although he's not that
125
much of a
batting
jump with
average.
runners in scoring position. A 3-run
With
lead.
runners in scoring positions.
Landistor buttressed the defense at second base. Morgan having played the series on one leg.
Yeah, go ahead. Good day.
McGraw to Landistor. Strike 1.
Oof.
Raphael took a rip.
He's going for a home run.
And they
Yeah.
get a lot of the left field line. Sure do. He hits one over the third baseman Schmidt's head, and that's going to roll around in the corner for a while, and we're going to have a tie ball game. Because Poole at first can fly. Just outside with a screwball. That time, as the pitch was made, Greg Gross was moving more toward the line.
As mentioned, Greg Gross. Think of the importance and the perfection of his bunt for a base hit.
Now it could be Larry Bowen. He's been
Howard
around long
goes
enough to
have
give
the
him a
best
sign
ones.
on an off
He
speed
sure
pitch.
did.
And
Keith
that's
Jackson
that
had a
with a
better
screwball and missed.
I agree. Lots of announcers like that have great voices. Vince Scully, of course, Jack Buck. You can name them.
Hit him to hole in left field, base hit. Run scores from third, Reynolds Poole to second, and he holds on. It's a 7-6 ball game. Now that's the run that I was talking about, Keith. They got to get that run at least in from third with 1 out. There's the line drive, just a soft line drive by Mike Schmidt.
It's just astonishing to watch the guts of
Facebook
these
Live
players.
had at least 7
Fighting back against each other.
That's
again
nice.
and again.
That's nice.
Now, the way this series has been, it's a shame that there has to be a loser. You've heard that in all kinds of professional athletes and all kinds of sporting events. But
Whenever there's a great game like this, it's a shame there has to be a winner
Rafael Landistor with
and a loser.
Yeah, this is good.
Here
It's
come.
good. I feel like that this isn't, baseball's not like this anymore.
Here's the Puerto Rican, Cheo Cruz.
Yeah, Jose Cruz. And, you know, there have been quite a few great games in recent years that I've put on my list.
You know Dallas Green wants to go with McGraw as long as he possibly can. That pitch is at the
Who's
third.
going to be your next podcast?
I think I'm gonna tell you that. I think Keith Jackson's gonna give you a hint at the end of this game.
86.
1-1.
Not a Philly Royal game, is it?
2-1.
You don't like it?
2-1.
1980?
Yeah, it was a
Right
good
now, your
series.
runners on first and third.
Yes, I believe so.
Jose, the left-hander, and Dickie Knowles, the right-hander. They're both ready. Fouled off. It's 2-2 to Cruz. Oh, I bet he'd love to have that pitch back right up there, wouldn't it? He had a...
Yeah, that was his pitch. Look at Bill Vernon. He's no expressions in this game whatsoever from Bill Vernon.
Nail biting time. Dallas Green walking, arms folded. There's Steve Carlton leaning out in front.
Why must you throw everything? You were about to sit right next to me and you couldn't give them to me?
Conversation between Boone and McGraw, stopping play for the moment. I think they're just trying to set up a pitch right here. They want to make sure. Boone's gone out there a few times with some of the pitchers tonight. They want to just make sure that
They know what each person is thinking.
Just look in a human sense at McGraw's face. He's a tired man. You can read it in his face. He's pitching on guts and guts alone.
Always pitched on guts. Always. This is a very good at bat.
This isn't at bat. I was just saying
With the
that.
tying run on second. The
I
runs
was just
batted in
thinking
leader of
that.
the team, Cruz, who has the capacity to hit left-handed pitches, and who, as we have said, uses the whole ball.
Oh, wow.
And we're leaving at 7. I don't believe it.
Wow.
Well, the Phillies came back on Nolan Ryan. The Astros come back on Tug McGraw. If this isn't an awesome game, I don't know what is.
Because now,
That's
what it's
crazy.
come down to.
They
Human
definitely
beings.
got their money's worth.
They sure did.
The go-ahead run is now at third in the person of Rafael Landeskog. Another look here, and Green coming out as we have the replay. And Cruz just laid the bat on it, dumped it in center.
That's all he did, Keith. He got it out on the end of the bat, and Gary Maddox had no chance whatsoever to make a play on Poole. He looks, he starts, and said, no way. Just give it back to the infielder, and there's the tying run. And now, the man holding his arms up right there, a tough cookie, and that is Denny Walling. What a ball game.
No kidding.
They are two weary teams now.
McGraw appears to be selling himself, as you see Poole at the water fountain, to Dallas Green, and Dallas is going to leave him.
He says, I know he wants to stay with him as much as he can. His heart is with McGraw, you know that. Dallas, a tough decision to make. Do you go to the youngsters here? Do you go to the bullpen and Sauché and Knowles, or do you turn around and you stay
That's
with
what you're
Lefebvre?
supposed to
There's
say.
the
And after a
go-ahead
brief
run.
visit from Dallas Green, this is the next picture.
And the big man at third,
2 minutes of wasted.
Here,
Yeah.
Denny Walling.
Walling on the game tonight. To second base on Luzinski's error, he is single. He has scored twice. Pitch is high, ball one. Cruz on base now, 15 of 22 times with 8 walks, 6 hits, and a fielder's choice. Hit sharply to go on the shortstop. Over to second to Trio to get
Oh,
the
that was a
force.
lob.
Wow.
Listen to what Keith Jackson says.
An incredible series between the Phillies and the Astros. And we're all tied at 7-7 going to the top of the 9th inning. Well, I think I'll just take a deep breath with you and rest.
Okay, so normally I watch. Gary Woods stays in the game in left field. Normally I watch the 9th inning, but this time I'm going to skip the 9th inning. That takes off 13 minutes. Neither team scored in that inning. So Frank LaCourte.
Did anybody in that inning, did it come close? Or was it 1, 2, 3 for both?
I'm not really sure. I don't think so, no.
So just in the future, when you're skipping over innings, you can just say nothing across in either inning, or you know.
Yeah.
Frank LaCourte on the mound for the Astros takes care of the Phillies in the top half of the 9th inning. In the bottom half, Dick Ruthven, normally a starter, takes care of the Astros in the bottom half of the 9th inning. So once again, for the 4th game in a row, to be exact, out of 5 games, we're going to extra innings. We go now to the top of the 10th. Okay, now.
Are you absolutely sure that you want to go through? Because the second you step foot in
I'm
that,
sure.
Elijah, I'm thinking
I encouraged him to come. Elijah, I think he always knew this treachery involved. Phillies and Thomas told me to come.
I was there. Iris, I saw.
Come on. Sorry for the delay. This will take a minute.
She's finished with your
Okay, now.
Exchange the station's life. As it turns out.
Oh, here we go. Almost. Okay, we're coming right here, and this is where it starts.
In this 5-game series, we'll go extra innings. We're even at 7-7. A look down from the top of the Astrodome. In a 7-7 ball game, we're going to the top of the
Mike Schmidt is leading off, and
LaCourte is out now to
this was probably the worst postseason series he ever had.
Then it'll be Hunter and Trio. And LaCourte is in with a strike to Schmidt. Now, Philadelphia, the bench is down to one hitter, John Vukovic, and 4 pitchers. Houston has 3 hitters left as possibilities and 5 pitchers. Strike 2. Obviously, you guard the line at this juncture. Both Cabell and Bergman. Don't want the ball rolling down in a corner. That's extra base. 2 strikes on Mike Schmidt. Struck him out.
Got him again. That pitch was up and in.
Did he strike out 4 times?
3. Struck out 6 times in the series. 3 of them were in this game.
And LaCourte has struck him out here in the 10th.
Have you ever, Don, in all your years of baseball, seen anything like this?
No, I never have. I think right there that
He was telling them where the pitch was.
A single game to match any single game in this series, but sustainedly, 4 such games as we have had.
Down the line to the corner by Unser. Unser around second. The ball comes in, and he stands there with a double.
So that's twice.
Made with the Montreal Expos
and the Mets.
Has done it.
And you know, there we look
Watch
at it
this.
again. There's a shot, and it comes up.
That took a big hop on that hard Astro
So
turf.
it hit the lip
And he was so close.
with the carpet in the dirt.
You know, one of the things that really seemed to help the Phillies the most was their bench. Everyone was contributing, and you saw it in this game.
Very early this afternoon, as you look at Del Unser, Del was taking a batting tee with the batting coach, with the coach Billy DeMars, going back underneath the stands and just working on something. And how that could have paid off tonight.
And the MVP of this series should have been the MVP. Was he?
He's in trouble. Herb just misses. The outfield is Cruz, Poole, and Woods now with Walling out.
Well, as Don said the last time Trio was up, they have not changed their pitching pattern on him, and since they have not been successful against him, you'd think they would.
Yeah, he's going to the breaking pitch.
Yep.
He pitched with a curve, and he hits a good location with a curve. And it's 1-1. Smith going back to the bullpen for Houston. The ball is hit into center field, hit a long way. Terry Poole after it, going way back. One hands it deep. Water tags, moves to third. Unser over to third, 2 out. Now that's a heads-up play by Del Unser. If that ball goes by, he's going to score anyway. appeal at second base? They say no. Second base umpire Bob Engel made the call. I was watching him, and I was pretty sure he didn't leave. No, he went back there in plenty of time, Keith. He started just a little ways, and then he went back. He saw where the ball was going to go, and he knew that Poole was going to catch it.
That ball carried rather better than balls hit to right and left. No question, the ball carries better to center field in the end.
That's right.
Any place else.
Maddox is the batter. Gary swings. It's a base hit. Poole overruns it.
Oh, and he missed it.
Yeah.
To give Philadelphia the lead, 8-7 in the top of the 10th. Poole made a great try at it. Almost came up with it. Then overran it a little bit. Maddox goes on into second.
For a single game, I guess for sustained.
Maddox admitted to being a first ball hitter, and he throws him a fastball right down the middle. And Poole just misses this.
Maddox is laying right on it. Poole comes in, makes an excellent effort, a great attempt. Just could not make the play on the ball that was sinking too fast.
I guess for sustained response to pressure and excitement.
The second baseman ran the
Pete Rose said Larry Boa hit that ball too hard.
It's the best, but I don't think it had what this series has had.
So the Phillies fight back, lead 8-7.
8-7.
Mm-hmm.
From our local station. In the bottom of the 10th inning, with Philadelphia leading 8-7, it is Gary Woods, Terry Poole, Enos Cabell, and then it would be Rafael Landistor.
And these three men face
Danny Heap is going to bat for Gary Wood.
How many times can a team come back? I talked about sustained
Yes,
response
our
to
future
pressure in
Danny
that
Heap.
longest World Series of 75. The single games.
Got a pinch hitter.
Does that mean he played for the Mets?
Yeah.
It's a solid left-hander.
He would go on, when he was with the Mets, he would go on to become Nolan Ryan's 4,000th strikeout.
I saw Jackie Robinson Keith play the most remarkable game you'd ever want to see as the Dodgers rallied back to tie the Phillies, the final game of the season. And then Jackie won it with an extra-inning home run. And of course, there was October 3rd, 1951, when Bobby Johnson hit the home run in his greater comeback. So there have been individual games, but none for the sustained 4 games we have had.
Danny Heap is up there now, 276. The Astro first baseman of the future, some people say. 87 at bats, a 276 average, and Dick Wilson misses for ball 1.
5 games in all, but I wouldn't liken the first game to the next 4.
Gary Poole is on deck. Ruthven on the mound, trying to win it for Philadelphia. On the outside corner, 1-1. Strike 2. Don Drysdale on his way to the locker room. Whichever team should win it. Steve Zabriskie is with us as well. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dan Heap. Hit the ball in the air on the left side in play. Boa goes back, calls for it, and makes the
So
catch.
when was the last time
One
before
out.
this that the Phillies had been to the World Series?
It was years. I mean, there was that 64 pennant race with the Cardinals with Gene Mauch, and
But they didn't get to the World Series yet.
right. I'm trying to remember. I think it was like maybe in the 1910s or 1950, I believe. 1950.
They were in the World Series in
That was when they lost to the Yankees.
Were they the Phillies or a different name?
They were the Phillies.
Yeah.
But anyways,
So that would have been 30 years.
yeah.
50 to 80.
Yeah. After Terry Poole lines out to center, Enos Cabell is the Astros' last hope.
This group of men.
Exactly what you just
The
did.
guy
is
that
what you
struck
should be
out
doing.
is last.
Exactly what you just did is what you should be doing.
Remarkable city.
was perfect.
Swings and hits it down the right side, foul. It is not a home run park. The long ball is not so much a factor here. But it was.
No, it was not.
In the top of the 10th. By Unser and by Maddox. That produced the 8th run, the lead run, and possibly the winning run for the Phillies. Outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Like you said, Escobar had not had a good series.
No, he did not.
Up high. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 out and nobody on. The Phillies need 1 out to win the 1980 pennant. Nope. 3 and 1.
Wow.
Joaquin Andujar was not on this team, right?
No, he was not. No, they didn't. It was,
Wow.
They called it a second strike.
yeah.
But did he go?
Keith Jackson screwed up there. Let's see.
I thought he was gone.
Yeah, he might have gone.
He went around.
No, he went around.
Oh, going to bed. This is the last out, Mama.
Couldn't count it on all fingers and both hands if we had faced this 3 and 2. They appealed it. They got the call down the right side. 3-2. He hits it to right center field. Maddox going. It's over.
Bye-bye.
Game's over.
8 to
All right,
7.
good night. Love yous.
Good night, Mama.
That is crazy. Good night,
The
Lisa.
same old Phillies. They are the 1980 Phillies. They did it as far away as it has ever been done.
That was a good
They
game.
did it
Yeah.
with a controversial manager, openly disliked by many of his players, but they did.
That was a good
They
one to
did it
share.
because somewhere
Yeah.
there was a spirit that would not be quelled. And the disappointment that you see, the gloom in that Houston dugout, so understandable because they have been so great. That's Gary Maddox that they're carrying along there.
He had a great championship series. He made the final.
That was a good one, Alex.
It sure was.
And the most valuable player has been named Manny Trio.
I think he deserves it. Early on in this ball game, he assumed the dominant role. A fine play in the very first inning to end the inning on Denny Wallen. A remarkable throw home to catch Pujols.
Now I'm gonna show you a image of a distraught Jose Cruz on the bench. I have to tell you about the aftermath of this game. I mean, Terry Poole said after this series that he was so physically and emotionally exhausted that when he went home, he was sick in bed for a week. But he wasn't alone in feeling that way. I think everyone was exhausted from this crazy series, and you really can't blame them. Now here's Jose
That's
Cruz.
sad.
The shock, the pain of defeat reflected there as Jose Cruz sits alone, literally, in the Houston dugout. Tears were running down his cheeks a moment ago. Stunned, after he'd given everything, just like he and all of his teammates, their last ounce of energy, to fight all the way, and they were 1 run short.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, and Dad, I gotta ask you this. I mean, how about Dallas Green sprinting into the outfield to celebrate with his players like that?
Yeah.
And you heard Howard Cosell that...
Yeah, he was disliked.
Yeah, that Dallas Green was a controversial manager, openly disliked by many of his players. How true was that?
He was a very hard-edged manager that expected a lot from his players. Not like where players and coaches or managers are very friendly with each other now.
Well,
remember, he comes from an era when Billy Martin was a manager. He was a hard-edged manager.
Earl Weaver.
Yep, there's a lot of hard-edged managers back then.
Yeah. And, you know, but, you know, he was pretty much the opposite of the Phillies' previous manager, Danny Ozark. Danny Ozark...
Mild-mannered, very mild-mannered.
And, you know...
He was like George Bamberger on the Mets.
Yeah, and he was very tough on the players. That's why I think the players, you know, as Howard Cosell said, didn't like him very much. But they might not have gotten to the World Series without him. Here's what Howard Cosell had to say about this crazy series.
Very quickly, putting it in perspective, it was what we said it was. One of the greatest championship series ever played and probably ever to be played.
Wrong.
Dallas Green's use of the word character is, I think, absolutely appropriate. Both teams showed character, tremendous amounts of it. But the Phillies, a beleaguered team in terms of their competitiveness and spirit, through the media people through the years, have answered back and have represented the city of Philadelphia enormously well. They deserve everyone's congratulations.
So, yeah. Yeah. And do you think that the Phillies would have won without Dallas Green, Dad?
Probably. They were a very talented team. I remember they won. So, when did he become manager of Philadelphia?
In 79, midway through 79.
Yeah, so remember that the Phillies were in the NLCS in 76, 77, and 78. So,
but
with those on.
But it's like, you know, I think it was his tough as nails approach that really helped them along.
But they were a talented team.
Yeah, they were talented. Nonetheless, there's no debating that. But, you know, Dallas Green really helped them get to the World Series. Mm-hmm. And now, before we sign off, I'm going to give Keith Jackson, give you a little hint about what the next classic game is going to be on this podcast. And, you know, you saw Jose Cruz. The picture was worth 1,000 words. And you'll see another picture here that's worth 1,000 words soon once I hit play. But, you know, it's always fun to do this podcast with the people I love and who love me, with my family and friends. Thank you to my dad, as always. My mom, Lisa, who just went to bed. Dave Sherman, Uncle Doug Sherman, Titi Amy. I'm glad you enjoyed this crazy game.
And you had like 7 people, different people on Facebook. You had Brank and Karen Goldberg and Dave Eaton and Edie and Luce and Raquel started out from work.
Awesome.
So a lot of people on Facebook.
Yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this podcast, and I hope you enjoyed my other podcasts in the past as well. Look them up on YouTube and Facebook. I look forward to doing more Classic Game podcasts with the people I love and love, meet my family and friends. And as I said before, I'm going to let Keith Jackson give you a little hint about my next podcast.
And when one team leads and wins and celebrates, the other team sits in somber quiet and suffers in the agony of defeat. It is done. The Philadelphia Phillies beat Houston 8-7 for the right to play Kansas City in the World Series.
Yep.
Oh. That's awesome.
Yeah. So... Everyone, thank you so much for enjoying the Alex Estrada podcast. I look forward to seeing you next time where we do Game 5 of the 1980 World Series, Phillies versus Royals. Adios, everyone.
Bye. Love you.
Bye. Mwah.